sound great
No,
now,
no,
though.
you're doing. I
Yeah.
can see you. I can hear
Okay.
you, and that's fine.
Yeah, you're not cutting out anymore at all.
No. So, Sean, I remind everybody else:
Let me know if.
look over your ideology beliefs. Look over your traits. Kind of refresh yourself on your character. When last we left our intrepid dreamers in Ulthar, they had done research for several days and had learned a few things about the Dreamlands. Had found a few magical, strange, weird books in the Great Library. Had returned to the Lucid Waters Inn and were that's where you're staying, Lucid Waters Inn. The people of Ulthar are very friendly, and you got a few names. So on the it's around after it's afternoon on the eighth day since you came to the Dreamlands. Your fifth day in Ulthar. When you're sitting in the inn, probably having dinner that night, having discussed all the what little you've been able to learn so far about the Wizard Wokes. When a man comes in looking around and he looks at your table and he walks over and he's all red in the face. He looks like a farmer or something, maybe a merchant here in town. And he says, "I'm looking for Fernando."
What do you want with
Huh.
Fernando?
Are you Fernando?
I might be.
Have you been flirting with my wife? And then he leaps across the table at your throat. Uh, so
God.
yeah, he's not wasting any time. So Fernando, you're top of the round. Um, we'll start this session with a little combat as he goes for you. What do you want to do?
Dodge.
You want to dodge? Well, he's kind of going for you, but he doesn't actually get to go first. Well, yeah, I guess he will go first. So he'll attack you. He just has bare hands.
Great.
So give me a give me a dodge check, and then it'll be your turn. Oof.
I got a regular
You
success.
easily dodge out of the way. He crashes onto the table. Food goes flying. Mugs of drink, and he's like doing like this, trying to get to your throat. You know what I mean? Or to your
Okay.
face, or something. How did you want to dodge him? As he comes across the table. How about that? You describe to me how you get out of
Uh,
the way.
I guess I just kind of get up and step to the side, I guess. I
Okay.
mean, if I dodge them pretty easily.
Yeah.
But
And you're up. You're at the top of the round. What do
let's
you want
see.
to do?
I want to say, I'm trying to think of what I want to say.
Think quickly, because I'm gonna move on if you don't.
Yeah. Um, I do not know what you're talking about.
You
And
do
then
know what he's talking
you.
about, though. Yes. You've been flirting
Oh,
with a
okay.
lady who comes in here quite often.
You're quite off.
Apparently, word has gotten back to this man.
Okay, okay, I forgot about
You can still
that.
say that. You can still say that if you want, but it's not the truth. All right. Well,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
I'll
Roll
still say
fast
that.
talk, right?
I can make a bluff check
yeah, you can make fast talk if you want. That you don't know what he's talking
or
about.
fast talk.
Yes, fast talk. Yeah, make a fast talk roll.
Oh yeah. I got a hard success.
okay. Yeah. Um, he he's not going to react until his turn in
Hey.
initiative. Isabella, you're up next. This man is leaning across, is like lying on the table as he has tried to apparently attack Fernando. What do you want to do?
What was I? We were just eating,
Yes,
sitting and
you
eating.
you had just started to eat dinner when this man showed up.
Okay.
You have told you had chatted before the
Hmm.
food came and kind of given each other information about things that you had learned.
Okay. I guess I'll just, jump up
hmm
and be exclaim something. I don't know.
What do you want to exclaim?
I don't know what else to do.
No, that's fine. That's
I
perfectly
just,
good reaction to a man going for one of your
yeah,
companions.
yeah. I just say like, oh my, what are you doing,
Okay, Hazard, you're up next.
Mister? Get out of here. I don't
No, that's fine.
know.
Sir, take this outside. Do not destroy this man's establishment.
Please.
Um,
Um,
the
I'll reach for one of his arms too.
Are you gonna try to grab him?
Yeah, just try to like grab him to
Let me give him a spot
make it
hidden to
harder
see if
for
he even
him.
notices. He does not. So he's not going to get a resistance. You still have to make a fighting brawl to get a good grip.
Gotcha. Starting off good, 29.
29
Success.
Yeah, you grab. Well, describe it. How do you want to grab this guy? He's across the table like this. Which side do you want to be on from him? His right or his left?
I'll be on his left.
His left.
So
So
I'll
you're on this side. That's actually how I pictured it for some reason.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab his wrist, like wrist and shoulder.
Okay. Are you just holding him, trying to hold him down, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, just hold him down for a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Please calm down, sir.
If he tries to get up, then it'll be a strength versus strength. He seems kind of confused. He's not really fighting against you, Hazard. He's looking at Fernando, and Fernando, you can make me a psychology if you'd like. Actually, anybody there can make a psychology if you'd like right now.
Oh no, I failed.
Sounds like fun.
Psychology. Okay. I have a regular success.
Okay. Ad break in progress.
Regular success.
Loren made a success. Ooh. Isabella.
That might be a fumble. That looks like a 98, and I have 44.
That is a fumble.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun. So, yes, that's okay. Okay. Loren and William Hazard, you see this look of confusion and embarrassment cross this man's face. Okay? Like, maybe I got the wrong guy. Fernando, you don't notice this. You just see the man's red in the face. He's made a mess of your dinner, blah, blah, blah. Isabella, you're pretty certain that this man is still very angry, and you're pretty convinced that he's going to continue to try to keep this fight going. So that's just what flits through everybody's head in just a moment.
Right.
And then we're down to Loren Hutton. That's the look.
I'm good. And I'm just Mr. Hazard, and I'm going to grab his other arm.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make me a grapple check. He's not resisting at the moment, so he's not going to get a roll to dodge or anything like that. Uh-oh. Sean, you still there?
Yeah, he's just like flitting.
Okay, yeah, your video and your audio are a little choppy. Just FYI.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, good now, though.
All right, it's going to be a fight brawl.
Oh, right? Never mind.
I can hear you. Your voice isn't synced up to your video, but that's okay.
Your video's laggy?
It's fine. That's all right.
Okay, sorry.
No.
Yeah, it's got a 40 out of 52, so
that's success. Yeah, so you can grab. Are you gonna? Hazard's got him by the wrist and the shoulder of his left side. Are you grabbing his right arm?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the other side.
Okay, kind of the same way, just to hold him down.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. We're not technically out of combat yet because Isabella could do something crazy like smash a plate on his head or something. You're convinced that he's gonna go crazy. This is his mean face.
I have an idea. Yeah.
So Fernando, the man looks at you, but he's not really. These two guys are holding him and solidly. So what do you want to do?
He doesn't have a reply. It's his turn now, isn't it?
No, his turn already went by. He just had this expression across his face that you couldn't read because you failed your psychology test.
Okay. And I'm not going to punch him while these guys are holding him. I'm just waiting for a response from him.
Okay, so you're just you can do that. Isabella, what do you want to
do? So first I stepped back and exclaimed, that was what I did. And then if we were eating something, not soup, to where there's a fork or a knife.
Probably not. Yeah, I'll say Ulthar has forks and knives and spoons.
Okay. If there's a sharp knife, I'll grab that. Yes. If not, a fork.
Yeah, there's a sharp knife on the table somewhere. Probably
I'll grab the knife.
And some cheese. Okay, you got it.
Okay.
You got the knife.
If it's sharp, I'll grab the knife and I guess I don't know exactly where I'm positioned, but like maybe at first just sort of threaten him with it.
Okay.
Make sure he sees it and make a motion,
Since you failed your
that I'm gonna
psychology
stab you.
test, we're going to say that you're on him back and to his left. You didn't get a good look at his face. That's why you didn't get you failed that test. But you can grab
Gotcha.
it.
Okay.
You've got the knife.
Can I move in the same turn?
Yeah.
To
all you're doing is getting a knife. Where do you want to go?
I'm not gonna like attack him yet, but I'm gonna like threaten him with it, basically.
Okay. Well,
I
how
don't know.
so?
You want me to roll,
are you
like,
gonna stick it in his face, or are you just like
Yeah.
there with the knife? Oh, okay. So you go around towards his head, and you've got a knife just ready. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm threatening him with it. I want him to see it. I have a knife. I'll stab you.
Do you say anything?
If you don't cut this out.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Make an intimidate check.
Something. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I don't think I have good intimidate, but we'll see.
That's okay. You can always try to do things.
Oh, 005?
5%. What's your intimidate?
Oh,
that's probably successful.
Base is 15.
Base is 15 for intimidate.
Yeah.
Yep.
15.
Okay, yeah, that's success. Don't forget, brawl guys put a check by fighting brawl. Isabella put check by intimidate. Fernando put a check by fast talk. Everybody's been having really good rolls so far.
Woohoo!
Now, here's a question.
Dodge too.
Say again.
Dodge also.
Yes, dodge too. Yes, sorry.
I just wanted to make sure.
It's up to y'all if your character knows that Fernando's been flirting with this lady who comes in here. But that's entirely up to you, whether you know this information or not. You don't have to.
Hazard won it.
Well,
Hazard wouldn't notice. Hazard doesn't pay any attention. He's been with a different lady every night.
If he told us.
No, he didn't.
I mean, did he tell us?
No. This was just something that you might have noticed. That he was. There's a lady that comes in every night. He's been kind of flirting with her and flirty and hello, that kind of thing. But it's up to you whether your character.
For it?
No. Just decide. It's up to you whether you have noticed this over the last few days. Hazard hasn't because he's oblivious to everybody but himself. I don't know about Loren. It's up to you whether you actually have noticed. The man, actually, Hazard, you go before the man if you wish to do anything besides hold him down. But he doesn't appear to be struggling against you.
He doesn't appear to be struggling?
No.
I want to help him off the table.
Okay, yeah, you can.
Can I coordinate with Hutton to do that?
Yeah. You guys can kind of like lift him back up. He looks confused. He looks very embarrassed. All the other patrons, some of them had started to get up because you guys are known here, and the people are you've made some casual acquaintances in here, regulars. So a few people are starting to get up in order to assist. But when the whole situation kind of ended abruptly, it almost seemed like people are just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. I'm terribly sorry. I must have those rumors must have just been rumors. I've got some people to deal with. Are you still holding him?
No, I'm not holding him. After he's up and he looks okay and not hostile.
Yeah. No, he looks confused. He looks embarrassed. A little upset. You made your intimidate. Oh, Isabella, you made your intimidate check too.
Oh yeah.
When you put that freaking knife in his face and was like, "You better calm down. I'm going to cut you," or whatever it was you said. He was just like, and then they immediately pulled him up out away from you, and he looked very. He keeps looking over at you nervously. But he says, I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Here, take these. He reaches into a pouch and he pulls out something and drops it on the table. And then he excuses himself and he looks around. He looks around the room. His wife is not there. Her name is Amalda, by the way, Fernando.
Okay.
He looks kind of around the room. She's not there tonight, or she's not there yet. And then he says, I beg all of your pardon, lady, gentlemen. And then he turns and he makes a quick retreat back out the front of the tavern. And at this point, people have relaxed. You notice everybody can make a spot hidden. How about that?
Ooh. I got a hard.
I got a hard success as well.
Good Lord. Oh no.
I failed, not by
Okay.
a lot, but
Okay.
58 out of 47.
Okay. 11. Okay. That's too many coins for you so far. Everybody's got a coin in your cup too, by the way. Just FYI. So everybody at Loren. So Hazard and Fernando notice a few cats had come across a rafter above. That's below the ceiling, and had kind of like moved into position over your table. Some point during this altercation, you just notice them up there now, sitting and looking down, kind of watching this guy leave. Their tails flitting.
The police. No.
The police and Ulthar are cats. No man make harm a cat. So, yeah, you just notice that. And once everything kind of settles down, the cats just kind of lay down. You know how cats do on like a narrow, like a 4x8. They just lay down. They're just hanging out up there.
At this moment, Hazard would start wondering, have I seen guards?
You've seen a few people who look like they're some kind of city guard. Whether they also act as the police or not, you're not sure. So.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Now, Fernando, I have seen you talking with numerous women, and that's your. But
yes, I wonder which one was his wife.
You don't even remember who she is?
Coin that man.
What's her name?
I don't know. I flirt with many women. It's just flirting.
Fernando.
Is it? Just flirting?
Yeah.
Would he be that angry about just flirting?
Oh. It's up to you what actually happened, Fernando. Whether. Sorry, say that again.
I said some men can be.
True.
Some men can get very jealous.
Possessive. Yes. I prefer to steer clear of all of that. It just complicates life.
Did you give? I was gonna say, did you give anyone like a flower, or sing them a sonnet?
I sing a lot in this inn.
Did you write any songs with his wife's name in it?
I don't even know who his wife is.
I write a lot of songs with men's wives' names in it.
You should have asked him. Should have asked him what his wife's name was.
Which one is your wife?
That would have gone over real well.
Point her out across the bar.
Okay, so your innkeeper. Oh crap! I forgot to write his name down.
It was Bobbert, right?
Yes, thank you.
Those who call him.
Oh my god! I just remembered that randomly.
Yeah, Bobbert.
It's a good name,
Let me
though.
see if I printed that list out.
And Grimelda or something.
Wait, I gotta get seconds real quick. It's delicious.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I don't have that printed out yet. Yeah, give me 1 second. It is Bobbert. Bobbert is correct. I do remember that now because James named him.
Can't let me name people.
His wife's name started with G.
Grinda.
It was
I believe was his wife.
There you go.
Let me jot those down on this piece of paper because I didn't. I usually try to. I have a list of all the NPCs I've ever thrown at you guys, and I try to update it regularly. So Bobbert comes over, cleans up the mess, brings out fresh food. There are a few pieces of jade on the table that this merchant has left.
Ooh. I inspect them.
They're just cut.
I don't know.
They're cut jade, like gemstones.
Are they like polished and tumbled and all that, or like?
They're very pretty.
Like, okay.
There's some
Round.
some value there. There's 5.
How
of
many?
Them. There's 4 of them.
Is this the first time we've seen currency?
Pretty well. No, you've been around town for 5 days. Some people use gemstones. Other people barter. Um, some people use coins. It doesn't really seem like
Like a
it's
universal thing.
yeah. It's more like whatever people feel like the value of something is, they're willing to trade.
Hmm.
So currency's not like nobody's minting out coins in Ulthar. You don't think?
I'm gonna try to make a jade.
Make a jade.
Well,
out of nothing. With dream power?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or split one in half and grow each half. Something like that.
I didn't even think about that one.
For gemstones. Whoa, Jen,
fail.
Did we all
Fail.
take one of these?
That'll be a couple magic points, James. For you to make something that looks as nice as these little pieces of jade. Yeah, there's 4 of them. They're about the same size. They're all polished. Very pretty, very sparkly.
Yeah, I'll take one.
I'll pick one up.
I'll just take one.
Okay, yeah. Just jot it down. You got a piece of jade. You can use that for trade if you want, like money. Or right. Just make sure you remember that you have it. Say that again.
Is Bobbert still there next to us?
Yeah. He's been coming and he's been coming and going. He took some of the plates that fell off the table, some of the food that got messed up,
right.
And he's been going back and forth, like taking stuff that obviously was a mess, bringing more drinks. He's got a rag. He's been cleaning up some of the spilled stuff. So he's been going back and forth. But yeah, you could catch him if you want.
Okay, so whenever he comes back after we notice this jade, I'll turn around and say, "Hello, excuse me, Bobbert.
Yes.
This piece of jade here. What how much do you think this is worth here?"
Oh, I don't know. I'd let someone stay a night for that.
Oh, okay. I put it in one of my breast pockets.
Oh yeah, and then he's back. He's going back and forth.
Any of Bobbert's dishes get broken?
That's a good question. Who's got low luck? Is it Fernando?
Oh yeah, I think it is.
We'll do a luck check.
Always Aaron's character.
It's very rare when it's not.
It is often.
I've got
Aaron's
character.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay, yeah, a couple of the dishes were broken. He gets a broom, and he's sweeping them up and just cleaning up the area pretty much in general.
For your troubles, Bobbert.
Oh, you giving him one of the pieces of jade?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, sir. He sticks it in a pocket and finishes up cleaning up around and then goes. And a lot of people are coming in around dinner time, as they always do. People that you know, a few of them, not real well, but a little bit. And the cats are, of course, there, playing in the fountain that pours out of the back wall into this pool. Sometimes people are taking their mugs and getting water directly out of the pool and just drinking water. It's very cold and clear water. And basically, yeah.
Full of cat fur.
There's probably there's a drain in the bottom of some kind. I mean, if there wasn't, it would overflow. But, whatever. Most of these people probably drink out of wells or out of the river, so. Yeah, but you have a pleasant meal, other than that interruption. Yeah, and I guess what's the plan, guys? What do you want? What do you want to do in the upcoming days? You have gotten a few names.
Yeah, I think we've gotten one good lead on him too. I thought.
Not really.
Okay.
Not on location.
I'm gonna get something real quick.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just that he was here. But nothing about where he went yet. And he was here sometime.
I'm sitting. Sorry, my cat wanted to steal my spot.
That's okay.
Okay.
So, I know last session you guys got a couple names and places that you might inquire.
Yeah.
The Temple of the Elder Gods?
That was one, yeah.
I did spread that information to everybody, right?
Yes. Everybody's been sharing everything you found so far, even if it wasn't, except maybe Hutton. No, Hutton was probably talking about his Sasquatch research a little bit.
Yeah.
At one point, just kind of filling everybody in.
Got a name or two of a high priest, wizard, a tall.
Yep, that's it.
Name. Can't read my handwriting.
Yeah, I'm used to that. I can never read mine either.
Something about that near the park, the temple. Should we go to the temple?
Atal is the high priest at the temple of the elder gods. Somebody also got another name.
I got the Harfer Sage.
Boom, Harfer the Sage. Those are the two main things I think that y'all got last session. Yeah.
I say we ask around for him.
Well, it is evening, fellow. Right? It is okay. So do you want to start doing that on the next day?
I thought when we ended last time we were going to bed, or was that
the
last?
I think we were getting dinner.
It was late in the day, and you guys are having dinner when this gentleman
just
showed
came back
up
from the library
and flipped out. Yeah. So you've been to the library, you've done research there, you got these couple names. Is that what you want to pursue on the next day?
Well, would we like to split up and check out the Harfer Sage and Mr. Adel at the temple? Kill two birds with one stone, as it were.
I prefer feed two birds with one worm myself.
That is more humanitarian.
I care for nature. Wait. Yes, splitting up sounds fine to me, but the sage could be anywhere, yes? Or did you have an idea of where to find him?
I do not have a good starting location, but whoever's going to see the high priest could inquire with him.
You're the one that found that information about the temple, correct, Mr. Hazard?
Yes. Was it the lizards that told me? I don't remember.
No, the lizards were completely unrelated to
Gotcha.
anything. It was just
that's right. That was Atlantis.
Yeah, it was interesting information.
Well, actually, we could all head to the high priest, and if he does not know where the Harfer Sage is, maybe one of those librarians may know.
Right. If only we could communicate over longer distances instantly. That would be such a time saver.
That would be very convenient.
I wonder if one of us could perhaps make some sort of how do I say this? Some sort of
telegraph?
Maybe one of these jade stones. Turn it into some sort of like the Nori knowledge crystals. They have those, right? Perhaps we could make our own version and transmit information over stones through magic, dream magic. Right?
Possibly. We could try.
Handheld telegraph?
Tap the stone.
Yes, sort of like a messaging stone. I'm trying to say sending stone without saying sending stone.
Do you know how to do that?
It's a dream world.
No,
I know dream magic in
but
theory.
Do you know how to make something that can send a message to somebody else? Through the ether.
It's magic.
No.
I have the idea of how to do it.
Right. But
Fernando's looking dumbfounded by this conversation.
What? Talk to someone without wires? That's insane.
That'll be
1,000
very
years from now.
I'm just an imaginative person. I'm creative. I come up with these baffling, wild ideas that would never fly in the real world.
We should also ask those librarians if they have any such type devices, or could Explain any of them to us, then we may be able to make them.
Maybe, well...
I've worked in the newspaper business. I've dealt with, like, telegraphs and all that a lot.
Oh.
I don't exactly know how to make one.
Don't forget, those fellas told us we can't make anything past a certain technology level.
Sure, but we could create a new thing, couldn't we? In theory. Something we think up.
Possibly.
I don't remember if he said we couldn't do that.
That's true. If I can make the components separately, maybe I could put together a gun.
You're literally describing making a magical stone.
I mutter that to myself.
Yeah.
That we can speak into and somebody else will hear it.
Yes. So we would have to connect them somehow, like through some sort of ethereal tether. Like attune the stones together and charge them with dream magic energy. I don't know. These are just my ideas. I don't know if it would work.
But you can always try.
Can I?
Mm-hmm. But you need to tell me, you need to give me, like, I need to know what you do. Like, are you using the stones you've already got? Are you trying to make something completely new? How in your mind are you tuning these stones so that something spoken close to one can be heard through the other? You know, I need, like, the thought process behind this. I'm not going to say no. It might be a really hard roll. Like, it might require an 01 to succeed.
It might use more magic than you have.
It might use quite a bit of magic.
I have like 7 magic points. So.
Right. What kind of range do you want on this thing? If a long range, like if it goes for 100 or 200 miles, most likely
no.
That's going to be a lot of magic points.
Like
if it just goes for like, across town would probably not cost
like a walkie-talkie.
Across town won't cost as many magic points. Keep in mind also, if you don't have enough magic points, you can start substituting hit points for magic points. So say it costs 10, just as an example. You give me this thing. It's like, oh, I'm tuning the crystals to each other, blah, blah, blah. And I decide it's going to cost you 10. You can still use 10 to try to do it, but it'll do 3 points of damage to you. Does that make sense? Because you're actually using your life force in place of magic points.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Oh, say that again.
Oh, 10. I have 10 hit points, 7 magic points.
Okay, yeah. I haven't decided it's going to be 10. I don't know yet. I haven't put any thought into this yet. But what I need from you is like some kind of magically logical reason for it to work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the thought process on how to do this?
Well, let's table this discussion for now.
That's fine too. I like the idea, actually.
We can think on it.
I was just going to say there's no way to do it, but I'm like, if you could give me a really cool little explanation, you know, how it would kind of work magically, then yeah, I'll let you make the roll, and we'll try, and we'll see what happens.
I guess I would want to discuss with everybody more if that's something they want to do, so that we can communicate, or if it doesn't feel important.
Yeah, you could do that right now if you want, or like you said, you can table it. Either way, however you guys want to do this.
Well,
I find it interesting what you're trying
to
do.
So I asked that question.
I'm gonna, Andy, if
it sounds fascinating, but.
What question did you ask, Isabella? I'm sorry. To the group, you said you
just was asking. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
If they find it important, if they want to do it or not.
Okay.
Or wait.
I just cannot wrap my head around how something like that could happen.
Well, I mean, that's the problem with magic. In all the stories, it's just it works because it works.
Mm-hmm.
It's
well,
magic.
Here, I have a fun idea. Let me see one of those gems.
Yeah, everybody has one. But
the three of y'all have a gem.
Yeah, each of you has one, but Hazard's given his away.
You made another one, didn't you?
No, he was just looking.
No, I failed.
You actually
and he was just looking at the gem and nobody really knew that he was trying to create one because he was just kind of staring at the gem for a couple seconds.
Right. Okay. What are you gonna do with it?
Or 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna head outside and look for a rock. A nice sized rock.
Okay, give me a luck check.
Ish.
Because out front is the street, but there might be some decorative stones somewhere or something, or just a nice little round
56, pebble. 65.
Yeah, you find a nice smooth rock that probably came from the river or something. Maybe somebody had it in their shoe and they emptied it here. It's real smooth, kind of a nice little, but it's just a rock, yeah.
Perfect. Is there another rock around that I can try to bang the rock against the rock?
Sure. Yeah, there's some.
Oh, wait, actually, before
cobblestone streets too. Don't forget in this town. So.
I want to leave those. That's for people to walk on.
Yeah, there's other rocks. This one's just kind of nice. You were looking for one that was kind of smooth and kind of nice. This other rock is just a rock.
One that I can, possibly split in half is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Like it might take me a minute, but might have to go get a hammer.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to get a hammer or something. Maybe another luck check to see if you quickly find it. If you fail, it's gonna take you. You're gonna have to scrounge for a few minutes.
26. Even better.
Like a flat rock. It's about this big, but it's not real thick. You think that a good blow might crack it in half with something like a hammer. You're gonna need something heavy.
Okay. Perfect.
So he's only gone for like a minute or less. You see him go out the front door, and then he comes right back in just a very short time later.
So, oh wait, do I have names?
For who?
The children. Yes, perfect. The
children.
Whatever. Yeah. One of my sons got these interesting books that he reads. He was telling me about this strange thing where these people had twin stones. So maybe we can enchant this stone. So once we split it in half, if you think about what you're saying and say it aloud, the other person holding the other half of the stone would be able to hear your thoughts and your voice.
Oh.
How would you make it purely telepathic? Or I wonder if it would be easier to make it telepathic or spoken aloud, as you're saying.
Well, since we're making it ourselves, I feel like pure telepathy would be best. If the word's not there, just speaking with our minds.
Well, speaking with your minds would probably be harder to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
What you're describing with this twin stone thing is these are the same rock, but they're just separated, right? Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
But it would be easier
because otherwise, I was gonna say resonate, like do some sort of like sound bath resonate. I don't know what word I'm trying to say.
Resonation.
Resonating.
Resonation. That's not even a word, is it?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Resonator.
But I don't know if like Isabella would know that.
Yeah. No, some
that sort of thing or not.
At a carnival trying to sell something.
And since it's magic, who knows? We could possibly do it.
Well, I just wanted to find out if you all think it's important.
A rock.
I feel like that would be a good idea to stay in touch. And hell, if it works, maybe we can try it on the outside.
Say yours again.
What was that?
I was just saying, it's like, but still, how are you going to enchant a rock?
With dream magic, I suppose.
Dream magic, of course.
The way you made that. Wait, what did Loren make? I know the other two guys made a candle and a.
Oh yeah, his stutter disappeared. How'd you do that, Loren?
I guess I wouldn't know that in character.
Yeah, he told you guys. Didn't Loren tell everybody?
Oh, did he?
No, he kept trying, and all of a sudden he's like, "I'm not stuttering."
Yeah. Did you?
Let me find a chisel real quick.
A chisel, okay.
I don't know if it was explicit.
I don't remember if it was explicit to everybody else or not. I don't remember. I should have read the role-playing journal more closely. You guys are supposed to remember this. So, yes, Hazard. What are you gonna do to find a chisel? Who are you gonna
I'm gonna walk outside, have no
walk
idea what
outside?
I'm doing, so I'm gonna just try to make one real quick.
Oh, are you gonna make a
I'm
hammer
gonna
to go with it?
I'm gonna pick up a stick and then
Uh,
try to turn that into a chisel.
so
Just go find a blacksmith.
wood to steel is what you're trying to do. All right, go ahead, make a
I,
roll.
I because logically, I feel like that's easier than nothing to
It
steal.
is easier than nothing. Metal to metal would be
um. 22.
out of.
Actually, I have 22. I thought I only had 20 for a minute.
You got 20. You made it.
So I barely made it.
All right, that's gonna be 3 magic points.
3 magic.
So you have a chisel. It's like a steel or an iron chisel. Probably steel.
Should have just done this inside. Go back inside.
Walks in, he puts a chisel on the table.
Took 2 seconds. Okay, so it might be even easier if we all try to channel this idea that we want to be able to speak and hold one half and have the other half, if someone's holding it, hear what the person's saying in their mind.
Yes.
In their mind.
Do you think that will be enough?
The whole in their mind thing is going to cost a lot more.
And they will be able to hear from it.
Yes.
Out of the stone.
Just make it simple and
we speak into
make
one
it so
stone,
that we can just speak into it, and it can be heard.
But we need to make it 2-way.
Should we only make 2? I suppose that would be easier than making all 4. One for each of us.
Well, let's try it once, and if it works, we'll do it again.
So let me get this straight. You're basically trying to take this stone, and so once you break it in half, whatever is heard in one stone comes out the other, and whatever's heard in this stone comes out this one.
Yes, while you're focusing on it.
Yeah. Okay. Just as a point of interest, what kind of range are you guys going to think about giving this? Because that will influence.
For me, it depends on how much it costs.
How big is this town?
Not big, not huge.
Mile or 2?
Probably less than a mile. Yeah.
5 miles.
Across town would be ideal.
5 miles. What did you say earlier, Loren?
I said 500 yards.
500 yards. Okay. You'll need to come up with a consensus so that you can all try to do the same thing.
Well, if these towns are as small as this one, and we're only going to use them while we're in town...
I suppose the bigger the range, the better, but across town would be ideal if we can make it work.
Within a half mile?
Sure.
Okay.
Or a mile if we can.
Let's try for a mile.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, no matter what, the basics are this rock, no matter how many pieces it's broken into, if you're talking and someone's listening, it's the same rock. So anytime there's noise around it, close to it, that noise is going to be around every piece of this rock. Okay, yeah. Actually, I like that. That's kind of simple.
Yay! I had a cool idea.
Let's see.
So what do we do?
You said a mile,
do we all roll,
or did you say a half a mile?
Mile.
A mile.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 mile. And you're all trying to do it together.
Yep.
I'm not sure how to adjudicate this. Let's see. Everybody.
Wait, isn't
one person rolls with advantage?
Well, I'm almost thinking of adding all your numbers together in this case. And I'm not going to guarantee that I'll allow that again. You know what I mean? Like, for you all to work together and just everybody gets to add up all your shit. So what percentages are we looking at here for everybody for dreaming? What you got, Isabella? And Kaylin says hi, Josie.
Oh, hi. Callan, I think that's how I say it.
Callan.
Am I wrong?
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I might be saying it wrong. Oh, what am I? Sorry.
What you dreaming?
Distracted.
That's okay. That's my fault.
My computer is being.
All right, I'll skip you. We'll come back to you. Loren, what's your dreaming skill?
16.
11.
16. Josie's. Sorry, Isabel's 11. William?
22.
Yep.
22. Jeez. And Fernando?
15.
Good Lord, you guys have a lot higher than I thought. 6, 7, 9, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be a 64.
Mine started high. Because of power.
64 seems high.
No, it's all that. All those guns you're dreaming about to kill people.
Everybody's trying to put in magic points, right?
Yep.
So everybody's going to put in 5 magic points. Instead of giving a straight up add them all together, I'm gonna do half that, which is a 32% chance of success. It doesn't mean you can't try again at some juncture. And this is all meta knowledge. Keep that in mind. So your players just know that they're feeling a little drained, and they're trying to do this thing. Who wants to make the roll, or do you want me to make the roll?
I'll make it.
You tend to roll high.
I tend to, I tend to roll high for some reason. Go ahead, Loren.
With a 68.
68. So it is a fail. So nothing apparently happens. But you do feel drained, and your investigators, your dreamers, do feel like something could have happened. You know what I mean?
What do I need to subtract something?
No. You have
magic
7
points.
No, not hit points. Magic points. You have 7. You have 2 magic points left, Josie. So if you guys decide you want to try to do this again tonight, then it's going to injure you. And this is, again, out of character. Your character doesn't really know this. But you do feel drained. Not really drained, but like something has come out of you. So, but you get those magic points back.
On an edit mode.
A point per hour. So technically, you're going to get those points back pretty quickly. But unless you stay up several hours tonight.
I don't know why my character sheet.
Why what?
It's not an edit mode. How do I get my character sheet in edit mode?
In edit mode?
I don't know why it's not.
I don't know. Mine's always in.
It's not like I can't.
Mine are always in edit mode, so you can change.
Oh wait, no. It's the magic points that I can't.
No, you can't
change.
Stop. You can't change the number. You can change the little circle one down below.
Where it says 0 to 24.
Yeah. There should be one that's circled.
You just move the bubble around.
Yeah, just if you click on it, if you click on the number 7, it should circle it.
Oh, okay.
Is it doing it?
No, it doesn't do anything when I click 7 for my magic. Did you say there's another spot where they're at?
Okay, down in the box with
besides
1 to 24. Yeah, down on the. Somebody help me out here.
What?
Here, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay, so this box right here.
Oh, you got it.
Do I even?
Do you? You might be using a different character sheet, actually.
I don't think.
Just need to remember you have, what, 2?
2 left at the moment. You can also just jot this stuff down on a piece of paper. You're going to get these points back very quickly.
Yeah.
Well, okay, just real quick. There's where it says magic points. There's a 7 that I can't change, but then there is a box that says, "Oh, it's really tiny," but it says current.
Yes.
And that's blank.
On
so
that
should I
character
just
sheet,
put
a 2 in there for now?
There?
Yes. But now remember,
by
the time tomorrow morning starts, all those points will be back. So you can put a 7 back in there. Are you guys wanting to try this again tonight? You feel like something happened, but your characters do not know what exactly just happened. But you're convinced that the potential is there, that this idea has potential merit.
We could try again in the morning or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we all feel a little drained.
Okay. So is there anything else you wanted to do that
evening? Did the cats notice?
Some of the cats are watching you, but some of the cats are usually watching everybody. You know what I mean?
They're cats. They're
watching
us.
Cats. They're hanging out.
They don't comment.
No, you haven't heard any cats talking.
No cat comments,
except for Mr. Rascal, actually. But then again, cats.
Well, because of Mr. Rascal, now I'm expecting it.
No, there's no comment from anybody. The people at the other tables
I want them
don't
to.
really notice this, and the cats in the place are all over the place as usual. Yeah. Okay. So nothing else that night.
I believe so.
Okay. So. You guys have a nice dinner, you go to bed, you get a good rest. Some of you, again, have cats coming into your rooms. I believe Isabella makes sure she leaves her window open for cats to come in. Loren keeps his windows and doors shut. Hazard keeps his
windows open.
Fernando keeps his door open, if I remember correctly.
I don't think so. No? I think he keeps his door closed. No. Yeah, he wouldn't want anything to walk in through his door.
So your windows open then?
I mean, if they're open when he gets in, he won't open them or close them either way. But,
yeah, they're open. It's been very pleasant weather here in Ulthar. Night passes uneventfully. Your 9th day in the Dreamlands is another sunny, beautiful day in Ulthar. You go downstairs. You have some breakfast. Josie, everybody's got all your magic points back by this juncture. I don't know if you want to try again with this rock this morning or wait for another time.
If y'all don't mind, I'd like us to try the stone today again before we head on out.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. Who wants to roll? Sean is frozen. Weirdly.
Yeah, no. Definitely frozen with that face.
Can you hear us, Sean? There you are. You're back. You're fine. Oh, nope. Frozen again. His video start. Yeah, it's not great today. Sorry, everybody. Hazard, why don't you make the roll?
For sure.
Until we got Sean back, that we know he's back. Unless he's holding very, very still.
Got a 6
there he
is, and a 2. 26.
26 is success. All right. Yeah. Nothing seems to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're gonna say last night you tested it out, or you were messing with it.
Well,
but how do you test to determine whether or not it worked? If whatever's around the stone is just what's around the stone, basically. You know what I mean?
How about one of us go outside with one of the halves?
We haven't broken it in half yet.
Oh no, we haven't broken it in half yet.
That's the big thing.
Oh, I thought we were going to break it. No, we were going to enchant it first and then break it.
But how do you know it's enchanted? Okay. If you break it, once you break it...
Oh, it seems like the same as last night.
Yeah, once you break it, then you have to get another rock. Unless you broke the rock last night. And
I'll pick it up.
Okay, let's retro this out. You broke the rock last night to test it.
Yeah.
You borrowed
and we'll just have a new
from
one.
The innkeeper, you broke it in half. You walked to either side of the room. Nothing. So Hazard found another rock that was flat and could be broken fairly easily, and now you're trying it with a new rock this morning, because that
makes most sense.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, you've tried it now. So you borrow a hammer again, break it into half with a couple little flakes that come off as well. You know how it never breaks super clean. The rock's not going to break super clean. So you go across the room or you're outside or something, and somebody listens and the other person talks, and apparently that works. You can hear the ambient noise.
So fascinating.
But it's close.
Hello, this is Nighthawk.
It's whatever's spoken close is obviously heard the loudest. It comes out with the same volume that it's spoken in.
Oh
Does
boy.
that make sense?
Yep.
You've got two
so
big
it's very
ones.
Clear.
You've got two more like tiny little broken bits.
Okay.
That a little testing proves they work exactly the same way.
Oh, good. So it's
even though they're smaller?
But they are small. Like it'd be super easy to lose these things. You know what I mean? Like they could slip out of your pocket and fall into the freaking couch,
and not even notice.
You won't even notice. Yeah, they're small. The pieces that you've got are, I'm gonna say your rock was like this. So each piece is probably the size of like a silver dollar or a little bit bigger, and it's just a rock. Obviously, it's a rock that somebody's broken in half or broken a piece off of.
And
do we all have pockets, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Some pockets on my coat.
It's just
yeah,
you.
no, I'm wearing like a gambeson.
Yeah, there's no pockets on a gambeson.
I don't know what that is.
Pockets weren't even invented till like the
gambeson
16th
is
century.
Essentially the padded armor underneath full plate.
Right. There's no pockets on it.
Okay. Interesting. So, I guess I'll be taking at least the stone.
Yeah. So, you each had a little. Some of you made sacks out of certain parts of your clothing. I remember that. Josie was the only one who specifically wanted pockets in her dress.
Gotcha.
And pockets are uncommon in this era. Anyway, you know what I mean?
Yes. But they can be hidden in the folds of my dress. They're not obvious unless they have a lot in them.
This could be tucked in your belt. You could stuff it into your shoe or your boot. That kind of thing.
I think it would fit in my pocket.
You can because
my pockets are big.
I'm just saying other people can stick it other places.
Sorry.
You can you could buy a belt pouch of some kind, or get a belt pouch, or some kind of sack, or however you guys want to do it.
Gotcha. I
put it in your hat and put it on your head.
I guess how big are the smaller pieces?
It's like slivers. So you're talking like, I mean, I'm not like a needle, but like they're little
pencil eraser
flakes.
I have an idea.
Like that size. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like little tiny bits that have broken off.
Okay.
There's 2 of those.
What's your idea? Loren, you should
just stick it in your ear.
Good idea too. But hey Loren, why don't you? Are you any good at making like a jewelry, or you could make a necklace? Like tie it with some sort of string and tie it around your neck, and then it would be right there. They do on reality TV shows.
No. There's no reality TV show.
I do. I know.
What time are you from?
It's just funny to break the fourth wall.
I mean, I made like little paper necklaces when I was a kid.
Well, I was just thinking, you know,
why don't you dream one
up? It could be like a
dream up a paper necklace.
Just an idea.
You can all put a check by dreaming too.
Oh.
As you were all part of this.
Is the stone piece sharp enough I could like poke it into my clothes?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I kind of pictured them as being like almost like sharp triangles, you know, because a lot of times when you do get bits and pieces, they'll be like cut along the thing. So yeah, you could possibly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like shove it into like the tabard.
And keep in mind, whatever the other stone's here, this stone is going to hear.
Yes.
So, and it's not like going to pick up a ton of ambient noise, or like distant, like that, or like distant noise, but it will. But if somebody starts talking in a regular voice right next to one of the stones, it's going to come right out of your shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Loren took a shard. Isabella, I believe you said you took one of the regular pieces and just put it in your pocket. Okay. That leaves one regular sized piece, one like a piece you can hold in your hand, and another little shard.
Fernando, which size would you like?
I'll take the small piece.
You can put it on the rim of your sombrero. It might fall off though.
I was just saying he could use it as a pick.
Oh, Jesus.
We all hear him.
Oh, that would be bad.
Oh, my God. The first amp. Magical amp. Kind of.
Puts one on either end of the stage.
As I walk through town.
Oh my god.
It's gonna revolutionize the music scene here.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We just pivot into a band.
So, Hazard, you've got a big, good-sized piece that you can tuck away. Fernando, any place special for yours, or just someplace safe?
Yeah, someplace safe, I guess. I mean, if he can... If there's like a band around his hat or something.
Yeah, there is. You can have a hat band. You can stick it in there. It should stay there.
Yeah, he'll just tuck it into that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you have these weird rock resonator communicators, whatever you want to call them. Telegraphs, magic telegraphs.
Come up with a fun name.
Magic voice telegraphs. Yeah, okay, so what do you want to do today, now that this is dealt with?
Now, did you want to split up?
And I was going to say, yes. So we wanted to go to the Temple of the Elder Gods, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to try to search for this sage.
Yep.
I think it would be wise if we continued searching the library.
Yep.
I am no good in looking through books.
I mean, I spent a lot of time in the library in college, so I mean.
I suppose I am academically inclined. Ish. Let me check my library skill again, because I don't think I did very well. Oh, it's only 50. Could be worse.
Hey, it's better than most of us.
50,
I'm fine with anything, really.
I mean, I would
wherever.
Be willing.
Well,
I'd be willing to go back to the library and continue searching.
I'll go speak with the high priest and see if he knows anything that could be helpful to us.
Yeah. I'll say Fernando definitely has a way with some of the locals. He might be able to figure out where this sage might be.
I can ask around.
Yes. Where should I go? I don't really know.
What was his name again?
Whose name?
Harfar?
The sage.
Harfar?
Oh, yes. Harfar.
Harfar?
Okay, one person say that.
Harfar. Harfor.
F-U-R.
All right.
F-U-R.
Yes,
okay,
that's okay. Close enough. You were close enough.
Okay. Arthur? Ulthar?
No.
Just kidding.
So where are you going to go, Isabella?
Because there was confusion. I don't know. I don't feel like I did a very good job at the library last time. But I don't really care. I don't know. Someone send me somewhere. I don't know.
Independent woman. Tell me what to do.
Someone else decide.
we could both do library use.
Yeah, you can.
More people in the library, the better, honestly.
We don't have a third place. I mean, other than telling you to go chase cats.
I'll be doing that on the way to and from everywhere.
Maybe someone should ask Mr. Rascals how long we have to find Wilkes or whatever his name was.
I forgot about that. I was gonna think about asking him some sort of question. I forget what it was. Maybe it was about the stones, or like, can't even remember now.
Well, do you want to
I could go talk to Mr. Rascal, I suppose.
Is that what you want to do?
Think that's important?
It sounds.
Should I ask him again?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, I need to write down.
Ask him how long we have
the stages.
Yeah. You could ask him where the sages as well. Yeah.
I mean, I remember them saying that time doesn't pass the same here. Like it would be kind of nice to know how much time here passes in the real world. Like, I don't want to starve to death in my sleep.
I don't.
He did tell us that when we wake up, it'd be morning.
Yes, you'll wake up and it'll be morning.
Okay.
How long we have to find the wizard?
Yes.
Does it matter? I mean,
it might to him.
What happens if we don't find the wizard? Maybe. Oh, I could ask him.
That would be a good question to ask.
Also, is there anything specific you all would like me to look up in the library? Just continue looking into the Wizard Wilkes.
Wizard Wilkes, maybe some more of that dream magic stuff. That sounds pretty interesting.
Yes, we didn't seem to have much luck last time with that, but you never know. It's a large library, so there could be some there with another try.
Sean, you spent like 3 days looking up Sasquatch. Just a little distracted. Okay, so we're going to go by initiative. So we're going to start with Fernando. You're asking around town about about the sage Harfer.
Yes.
Just trying to find out anything you can about him, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that one. So
trying to charm my way into people's good graces.
Okay, so you're using charm. Yeah, use charm.
All right.
This will take till lunchtime to see if you're successful. It'll be
I failed my charm.
You failed your charm? Okay. You don't find anything out about Harfer, the people you talk to. Wait, or why do you fail? Do you get too distracted yourself with someone?
Yeah, I'm probably too distracted. I'm trying to figure out who that guy's wife is.
Hi, hello. Oh, you're distracted by that. Do you know a guy looks like this? He got a wife? No. Okay, yeah. So you're asking the wrong. So do you know Harfer? No. Okay, how about this guy? He looks like this.
Beautiful.
I don't know his name, but he gave us some jade. Okay, yeah. So you're on a double mission, and it's not good for you that morning, at least, to find anything out. I like that a lot. I'm gonna give that's another coin for Fernando. I like that. Yeah. All right, next is Isabella. So you're going back. Are you going back to that house at the edge of town?
Yeah.
You met Mr. Rascal the first time. All right. So yeah, the house appears unchanged. It's still a house. Very nice, cute little house. What do you want to do when you get there?
I guess it doesn't matter if I knock on the door. I'll knock on the door anyway.
Okay. It does take a few moments. Hold on. This is eventually the small boy appears again, opens the door, doesn't look at your face, looks straight ahead.
Right.
The cats are all around him, almost like they kind of herded him up there. And he goes, and he touches his ears and he shakes his head as well.
And then talk to him.
And then he let's see. Yeah, let me look over this. I did not expect anybody to go back to this house actually. Yeah, but then he kind of does like this, even though he's not looking at you, and then he turns and he walks back into the house.
Yeah. I guess I hesitate because I'm not sure if it would be rude to like tap him at all anywhere. I don't know. Maybe I don't
tap him.
Touch him.
Like tap his shoulder.
Just as like a hi, hello. I would talk to him if I could, but he can't hear me.
Right.
So, I guess I just follow him.
Okay. Are you closing the door
I don't know how
behind
else
you?
to greet him.
Are you closing the door behind you once you're in the house?
Sure. Once the
Okay.
cats are
Yeah, you
in
go and you close the
wherever
door.
they
Well,
want to
all the
be.
cats are everywhere again.
Oh,
Looks like they have been
cat
doing
hair on my face.
they've been doing chores. Well, there's a lot of cat hair in here. They have. It almost looks like they've been doing chores, cleaning up, that kind of thing. You don't see in the parlor where you talked to Mr. Rascal almost a week ago. Um, you don't see him anywhere in there. There's a lot of cats. They're all kind of looking at you. Um,
Hmm.
Make me a luck check. Oh shoot, I forgot to do that.
16? Not a
You
106.
you do recognize 16 success, right? It's got to be. You do recognize a couple of cats in there as cats who have been sleeping in your room at night at the inn.
Oh, hi, kitty. I bend down and I do the classic hello kitty, pet them, let them
They
smell me, all
purr
that.
and they rub up against you. They do the cat thing. Um,
They don't
um,
have collars, do they?
no, no, none of the cats in Ulthar. Most of the
Okay,
cats in Ulthar do not have collars, but cats in Ulthar are still owned by people. You know what I mean? Like
sure,
this cat lives in my house. He's my cat. I'm his human. And of course they
sure.
do whatever the hell they want. They're cats. You can't really keep a cat locked in
Yeah,
a house in a medieval type setting
right.
very well.
But there's no way to tell what their name is unless
No, no, they don't have
they talk to me or
nameplates.
somebody else.
Most of them at best might have a little piece of, like a leather strap around their neck or a piece of cloth or something like that. The people of Ulthar are fairly simple and um,
Mhm.
not fancy, not real fancy. I mean, they have neat, fancy things, but they're not super fancy themselves. Um, One of the
Mhm.
ones you pet him goes over to like this. It's a parlor. There's like a little bookshelf, and starts like batting at a scroll,
Hmm. Okay.
and
I
then
go over
stops
there
and looks
and
at you. Looks up at you, and then bats the scroll, and then looks at you.
okay, yes, I hear you. Fluffy or whatever. I try to sort of name them based on what they look like or whatever. Like
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
just call them something that
that's
makes
a pretty
sense.
fluffy little cat.
Um,
Yeah,
sure. So I go over there and pick it up, unscroll it and look at it.
yeah. It's written in a language you don't understand, but somehow you do understand it. It's not English, but it's like this dreamland language that is something different, but it still makes sense to you when you look at it. Um,
Dream common. Got it.
Kind of something like that. Like you recognize, you know what the signs say on the inns and taverns and places around the town.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
um, and it's roughly written. There's a bunch of paw prints on it in ink. Um, and what it basically says is, this is the house of Aaron, Arryn. The boy is blind and deaf, having lost both sight and hearing in a terrible accident that also took the lives of his parents some time ago, when a moon beast, lost and injured, wandered into the village. The cats of Ulthar destroyed it, but not before Aaron was injured and his parents killed. The cats have since taken it upon themselves to help the poor little boy who was so kind and caring to them before, and continue to look for a way to cure his terrible injuries.
Hmm. I see. Okay. I pet that particular cat very
She
appreciatively
does the whole,
and
like, the head thing, roll into your hand, that kind of thing.
yeah, I give all the good scritches. Um, mm, hey Fluffy, do you know where Mr. Rascal is? Do you lead me to him? Do you know?
Fluffy just kind of
I
wanders
look for
around the
any
room.
sign.
She kind of wanders around the room. Doesn't really take you anywhere.
I guess I how many cats are in this house right now?
A lot. Like, there are dozens of cats in every room. There's cats
Straight
sitting
up
on the steps
full
that
of
go up.
cats.
Yeah, like overflowing
I
with
look
cats.
I I guess I look through all of them trying to find Mr. Rascal. I call for him.
There's no
I
response.
go, kitty, kitty,
You know, kitty, kitty,
Mr.
Mr.
Rascal.
Rascal. Yeah, okay. You don't. There's no sign of Mr. Rascal here. You could go. You go upstairs. You find a simple bedroom
Hmm.
with just. Well, it's got a big double bed and then a small bed. The small bed looks like it's been used. The big double bed has not been used in a long time. The windows are open up there.
Hmm.
There's a nice breeze coming through. It's very quaint. Um, but and in the kitchen again, there is actually um, there's food laid out. Or actually, looks like there was a meal had just been eaten a short time before, and
Yeah, I was
there's
gonna check that and make sure this kid had
yeah,
everything,
there's
like
dishes. There's a
food and everything he
dish
needed.
and a knife and a cup in like a bucket of water on the
Okay.
counter. Um, yeah, and then there's that narrow door in
Anything
the
else?
back.
Anything else of note on that bookshelf or wherever I found the scroll?
It looks like simple books, some
Okay.
homemade, but nothing of real interest. You can spend the morning looking through those if you want, but they don't look like it's anything of real interest to you.
Yeah, I just do a cursory glance,
Like
basically.
pulling
If
a
there's
book
nothing
out, checking
interesting,
to
I'll
see
just
what the front says, that kind of thing, and then shoving it back in. Or
just
even,
for a few minutes and
yeah,
then I'll move on.
you don't think there's
Um,
anything
all
important there.
right. Yeah, so I guess this house is a bust. Um, I put the that scroll back where it
Okay.
came from. And, say bye to the kitties and I as I'm leaving, I just say to the whole house of cats, if anyone knows where Mr. Rascal is, well, I would love it if you could lead me to him. Uh, I will just head out now. See you later. Have a good day.
None of the cats
And I
follow you.
head out.
Okay. None of them follow you. None of them like act like they want to lead you anywhere.
Okay.
So either they're not
So I'll
willing.
just walk around town looking for Mr.
Okay.
Rascal, I guess on my way to the library, if I can find that.
Ah, yes.
You can
Um, Give me a luck
skip to
roll
someone
if you
else.
want to try to find the
Oh,
library. You haven't looked today.
sure.
Same with you, Loren Hutton. You were heading for the library. Throw me out some luck. Oh, Josie's dice went everywhere.
Your luck's already better because
10 off
Fernando
of
isn't with
failing,
you.
an 80.
You're 10.
62.
What is.
10 off from failing.
Oh, you have a 90 luck?
I have a 90 luck.
Good lord.
I'm
Yeah, you find it. Did
extremely
you make
lucky.
yours, Isabella?
Wow.
Sorry, did you make yours
62 out of
out of
65.
65? Yeah, you made
So,
it too.
right.
So yeah, you both find the library. We're gonna jump to Loren first. Each library use roll.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Each library use roll takes 1d3 days because it's such a mess. So I will roll to see how long it's going to take you to find something first, and then at the end of that time, we will then check. It's going to take you 2 days. You get searching. You get looking. So it'll take you 2 full days of searching.
Yep.
And then you'll be able to make a check. So you're busy looking.
Yep.
We're going to jump to Hazard, and then we'll come back to Isabella. Hazard's going up to the Temple of the Elder Gods. Elder Ones.
Yeah.
Alright, let me find it. This thing is such a mess because I pulled from 3 or 4 different sources, and so I'm just trying to.
Oh god, that's a lot of stuff in front of you then.
Yeah, it's all just kind of all over the place, unfortunately. But that's okay. Oh, wait. Since I forgot to do it for the other two, we'll do it for Hazard. That'll be the second. Hazard!
Yes.
You find, on your way to the temple, you run into a man with a pushcart who is selling cabbages.
Nice.
You fall into a short conversation with him, and you learn that cabbages are one of Ulthar's major exports.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just an interesting little thing that happens on the street. All right, let's see. The Temple of the Elder Gods. I want to find the initial one about this. Aha! It's perched on the highest hill in Ulthar. Um, it is very large. It's a big tower on top of this hill. Um, you go in there. There is a big statue of Nasht, one of those two Egyptian-looking men who greeted y'all
Oh,
in the cavern
nice.
of flame. You learn that the priests of the temple keep incense burning in the left ear of his image at all times, so as to confound his senses, lest he perceive that his worshippers are sinful and become wrathful. Prayers to Nosh are offered up in his right ear. You also learn that Kamenthah, though not worshipped, is highly revered and considered to be an avatar of Nasht. Um, so Nasht apparently is a god of some kind. Um, they they also worship. You can also offer up prayers to Ariel, Zokalar, Tamash, Karakal, Loban, Nitz, Kambal, Nodens, and Nath Horthath. Um, yeah. So these are some of the Dreamland gods. You learn that these are the other gods, or the great ones, who are the Earth gods of Earth's Dreamlands. And they also let slip that other worlds have their own Dreamlands, but you have to cross space to get to them. Uh, let's see, temple. Yeah. Um, let's see. It's an ivy enwrapped tower. Um, when you do you ask what do you want to what do you want to what do you want from these priests? This guy's happy to tell you about the temple and all this stuff. About why there's this giant statue of Nasht and why they keep the candle lit in one ear and they whisper prayers in the other and all this other stuff. Um,
I found this was supposed to be a good place to go if we wanted to learn more about the Dreamland magics, I believe.
he's not sure what to tell you about that.
And this is priest,
This
high
is
priest
just
Atoll?
generic priest
Oh,
number 4.
gotcha.
This is just a priest. This is the first guy. The high priest doesn't greet people who come in the door.
Gotcha. Sorry, I would have said, is High Priest Atoll in?
Oh. I'm going to need a persuade check from you, Hazard.
Oh, yeah. I would very kindly like to see High Priest Atoll, if you don't mind. 69.
Out of
Which
what?
is still a normal.
Normal success. All right, he says, what is the
That's
nature
my highest stat.
of your visit, good sir?
Well, as a... Oh, no.
What's the matter?
I know there was a good name to drop, but as a dreamer, I just thought it would be good to meet with High Priest Atoll because I heard he might have some information that might be useful to our taps.
I will see if he has time for you. And he leaves, and he's back a few minutes later, and he takes you deeper into the temple, up into the tower, to Atoll's private residence. There, his office, his chamber, whatever you want to call it. There's Atoll. He is old. The priest on the way up says he's Atoll is 300 years old. Blah 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 blah. So, but he's very sharp. Give me an intelligence check, James.
Intelligence. 04.
Okay.
Extreme.
Atoll. Why is that name so familiar? That name, Atoll. Why is that? Oh yeah. This is what you recall as you're going up to the chamber. Wasn't there? There was an atoll in that story that Mr. Rascal told you about why in Ulthar no man may kill a cat. In that, gotta find it now because it's amidst this mess of notes. In that, he was referred to as Little Atoll, the innkeeper's son.
Oh.
Whether or not it is the same Atoll, you do not know. but that does ring a bell for you. And yes, yes, he is a wizened old man sitting in a room with the window open. There's a nice breeze coming in. The priest says, "This is the dreamer I was telling you of, Atoll." And he says, "Very good. Come in, come in, come in. What do you need from from me and from the temple of the elder gods, the elder ones, temple of the elder ones? Have a seat. Have a seat."
Why, thank you. And I came because I heard that you may know information that might be useful to us dreamers, such as dreamland magics and things. I read that in a book. I didn't talk to somebody about that, right?
Yeah, you read that in a book.
Okay, just making sure.
I know many things, but if you are a dreamer, do not do not be filled with hubris, for dreamers try things that are very dangerous indeed. And some that are not dreamers try the very same things. Oh! I I saw him. I saw him take it up into the sky because he wanted to see the great ones dancing on the mountaintop. And I did not go all the way, but he did, and then he was gone, never to be seen again. But why do you wish to know what Dreamlands magic? There are many. There are books. There are certain books with certain magical spells. They're dangerous, very dangerous.
Well, now that you mention it, I was also curious on apparently these happenings. Is there knowledge of magic outside of the Dreamlands?
What do you mean?
Well, as a dreamer, when I'm awake, I'm in the regular world.
I cannot tell you anything about that. I know nothing of the waking world, for I was born here and raised here, and have always lived here.
Is your unnatural lifespan normal in the Dreamlands?
Lifespan is not unnatural. It is merely the results of good living and moon wine, when I can get it.
What's that?
Would you say moon wine is
from your rock?
No, not from the rock. You have to have the rock pretty close to your face before it picks up.
Oh, dang it.
The moon wine, now, is that from the moon or just named after?
It comes from the enchanted forest. The Zoogs have it. A seed fell from the moon, and they can distill their wine there. I don't know about other moon wine. Just that.
Ferment.
It's quite delicious.
Ferment. Distill.
You're not there. Shush.
Sorry.
Well,
selling.
Well, back to the Dreamland magics. So I was told as a dreamer, I can form things, just do unnatural things by wanting it.
You're dreaming. If you're a dreamer, it's not magic as such. It is just something in you. It's something special about you as a dreamer.
So it's separate from the Dreamland magic.
Oh yes. The magic is learned from the outer gods or texts of the like. That is different from the dreaming that you can do.
Right.
That's right. Yes, as a dreamer, you must beware though. If you are Barzai the Wise, that's the name he gave you of the man that got sucked up into the sky on Hathig Claw, Mount Hathig Claw. I knew I had it here somewhere. The Dreamlands is a dangerous place, and Though Ulthar seems benign and very, the people are very friendly, and it is a warm and welcoming place, there are terrible, terrible places in the Dreamlands that can steal your soul, your sanity, your mind, or just destroy you altogether. So be wary of such places.
I believe as long as I stay on the road, I should be okay, right?
No, there are some roads that are not safe.
Probably need a map.
Oh, there are no maps of the Dreamlands. Things change too much to make a map worthwhile.
That's good to know.
Yes, yes.
And
you must be careful. I don't like to tell people too much because it can endanger them. Certain people go on terrible quests that they never return from. It's a shame, and it's terrible. It's so sad.
What's the most popular one that you lose people on?
Well, they're all different. Quest to find other dream worlds. Quest to go to the moon. That's a bad one. Those kind of things.
And have you heard of the Great Wizard Wilkes?
Oh. What? Why?
We were tasked with finding him?
The Wizard Wilkes. It was long ago he came through Ulthar, but is here no longer. There are many stories of terrible things he has done. It would be ill-advised to send you off, but truthfully, I do not know where he presently is. We hear stories once in a while. It's thought that he lives along a coast somewhere, but I don't know where.
Well, hey, that's more information than I've gotten from anything or anyone else, so it is much appreciated.
Yes. If you're going looking for the Wizard Wilkes, and he actually looks over his shoulder like somebody might be listening, and he leans in close to you, and he says, be wary of spreading his name, for he may have spies who are looking for those in search of him. And he gives you like a knowing look.
Oh, this is a great question. So, he is very dead in the overworld. Is he still able to use the dreaming?
Oh, yes. Dreamers who come here after they die have that, indeed. And from my understanding, he is also a powerful mage. Sorcerer. One must beware of certain types of sorcerers. They're dangerous, even after they're dead.
Like after he dies in the dream world?
Oh, yes. It is said that certain worms that eat of a sorcerer's flesh gain his intelligence. Yes, and can bond together and become that sorcerer again. This is very dangerous. The ghouls would know more about that than I. But they are deep, deep, deep under the ground. They don't come to the surface often.
Oh, I wish it was there.
Yeah, that's a mighty interesting.
It's okay. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Sorry, I didn't.
That's mighty interesting. Now, are they Are they dreaming when they're here?
Who? What?
The ghouls.
No. They come here physically. They can go back and forth. They have gateways into the waking world. I don't know whether they started here or there. They seem to be everywhere.
Now, how deep are we talking about?
miles down. There are
That is pretty deep.
certain places where the night gaunts haunt, and it is said that they grab their victims and tickle them to a helplessness, and before taking them deep, deep into the underworld. Yeah. So beware those high peaks and those dark caves.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
What? Your name was what?
Oh, yes. William Hazard.
Ah, well, it was nice to speak with you, but I would advise you enjoy Ulthar. Perhaps have some adventures in the Six Kingdoms. But beware of certain places in the Dreamlands. Trust your instincts. And if someplace seems terrible, it probably is. And with that, he picks up a stone, he wraps on the table, and the door to the outside opens up. And that little priest that brought you up here is there.
Perfect. Well, I actually go in for a handshake.
Yeah, he'll shake your hand.
Sir Adel, High Priest Adel, thank you for your time, and you have a lovely evening.
Yes, yes. Remember my words. Remember my words. And then the priest takes you out.
Perfect.
Yeah. Everybody can take a break for lunch if you wanna meet at lunchtime. Sean, you still have research to do. Wait, Josie. Yeah, we were gonna jump to you first before that. You were gonna go look for the library and try to start researching, right?
Yes, but on the way there, could I try to find a shop that may have like paper goods? I want to find a notebook or a journal I could write notes in.
Give me a luck check. And it'll probably be like a bunch of parchment that's bound together.
Okay, that's fine.
To find one on the way to the library requires luck. No?
No, sir, 91.
All right. It also requires a luck check to find the library. Because remember,
okay,
it moves
shall
around.
Roll again?
Did she already make that?
Yeah, she already made that.
Did you already make that roll,
Josie? Did I? Oh.
Was it successful?
I think I got a 62 out of 65. So
okay,
yeah.
Okay, so you were looking for a shop on your way, and then there's the library. I recognize the entrance. So you don't find one on the way in. You do find Loren Hutton in there, amongst the stacks. Maybe. I guess it doesn't really matter. If you want to, you can. And then it takes 1d3 days of research to find anything out. So you got 3 days. We'll make your library use check at the end of that time. So it's going to be 3 full days. What am I doing? Isabella, God, I blanked on your name. 3 days. And today will count as the first day. If you spend the whole day there. I mean, you can break for lunch if you want to go back to the inn at lunchtime, or you guys can work straight through. What's the plan for library people?
I would go back for lunch.
Okay. What about Isabella?
I mean, I need to eat at some point, right?
Yeah, you don't need to. You could skip lunch, you'd be fine, but it's up to you.
Real quick, Andy, yeah. I was going to stone call people, telling them I'm on my way to lunch after I was done.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to do something like that too.
Okay, so so you start hearing William Hazard's voice come out of your pocket or in your piece of stone.
I found some interesting information. I'm heading to lunch. If anybody would like to accompany me.
And sure, it's lunchtime. You guys can meet for lunch at the Lucid Waters or someplace else. If you want to go someplace else. And you haven't really found any place else that you haven't explored Ulthar a lot. You've been walking the streets, but you haven't seen a lot of different things yet, just because I've forgotten to give them to you. Anyway, Fernando, you hear this as well coming out of your hat.
Yeah.
The people around you are like, oh. Are you all gonna all meet for lunch then?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Yeah, so you meet for lunch at Lucid Waters. It's a nice lunch. Meat, gawk meat if you want, cheese, bread. Nice lunch.
Nice. Do we want to info dump or role play?
That's up to y'all.
Yep.
I mean, I want to share information in whatever way.
Well, info dump means you just say everybody was watching, everybody doing everything. You can just say, I tell you everything that happened to me. Or we can role play it all out. It's up to you guys. If everybody already knows the information, info dump is usually just faster, and then we can move on to other things.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys want to do?
That's
just
fine.
Everybody discusses what they did over the lunch, and there you go.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll add, as we're talking, oh, Hazard, I wish that I was there with you because I think I could have asked a few questions that you may not have, no offense, but you may not have thought of.
Oh, no offense taken. He did seem pleased to talk with a dreamer. If you just name drop that that's what you are, you may be able to have an audience with him. He's a friendly old man.
Yes, great. Well, I think I would love to do that. I don't know, either later today or tomorrow. I'm not sure how strict the keeper is on his research library time stuff.
I'll keep track of it. We'll figure it out. You can interrupt your research and come back to it if you want.
If that doesn't complicate things too much for you.
Nah, it's fine. Fernando, I'm curious.
Then, yeah, I would.
Okay. Fernando, I'm curious from you
what you tell them. I left out the part that I was distracted. Like, I just didn't find anyone.
Couldn't find him, sorry. Okay, that works.
Isabella rolls her eyes a little bit at that. Like, I know what you were distracted by.
So, all right, so after lunch. Sean, is Loren going back to research?
Yes.
Isabella, you're wanting to head up to the temple and talk to Atal, is that correct? Fernando, are you going to try to find this sage?
Yeah, I'm gonna search around again.
Okay. Hazard.
Well, one of the things I'm going to do after our meeting, I'm going to phone it in for Isabella. You said you're heading to the High Priest?
Yes.
Yes. I will ask you to ask about Harford, because that slipped my mind.
I noticed that.
You did.
I just now noticed.
No, you asked about Wilkes for sure, but
he asked about Wilkes. Got a little information there. Did not ask about Harford at all. The sage.
But,
got it.
What is your plans for the afternoon, Hazard? What do you want to do?
I'm going to look for more curiosities in the library.
Oh, library. Okay.
I think. I really like the library.
Whoops, that's not right. Those of you who've already found the library don't have to make the roll to go back, but Hazard, you're going to have to make a roll for me. I need a luck check to see if
80,
you can find
that's a fail.
So you wander around. Where is that library?
What else does he see, though? I bet you he finds other stuff.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the random encounters.
I am curious about the rest of this town, like what else
Loren?
around and stuff.
You notice on your way to the library, because you take a slightly different route, a sword dealer with several links and weights of fine scimitars. Ooh. So you know where that is. If you wish to return, it'll be easier for you to find again. Or you could stop and deal with it right now.
I'm gonna stop and deal with him right now.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon. You look like a discriminating fellow. What can I get for you today? You need a fine sword strapped to your waist, don't you?
I've always liked the idea of wielding a sword.
My swords are the best. Note the fine curve. Now these are scimitars. They're like a curved blade. They have different types of pommels. Some have jewels on them. Some of them are more plain. There's several that are simply like serviceable. You know what I mean? Like they're good scimitars. They're not fancy. There's others that are very fancy or have specific things on them. Um, this is he's got like a tent set up in the let's see. Is there? Yeah, in the marketplace down by the docks.
Yep.
You took the scenic route to get to the library the second time. First time you had gone through town and come down towards the docks. This time you decided to go from the docks back up into town where the library is.
Okay.
Just because, what the hell? You haven't really seen a whole lot in the town yet. There's another inn there. You not really haven't. Your eyes got caught by this sword dealer. But he's got all kinds of different scimitars. That's what he specializes in, scimitars, as they are the best weapons. For you can cut your enemy down, or sometimes intimidate him simply by having a good sword on your belt. He's wearing one. He's wearing a scimitar. It's got like a piece of rope tied around it, like it's peace tied or something like that. So he starts showing you his wares.
Yes.
What do you find of interest? How about that? Do you want to think about that for a minute?
Yeah, let me think about that.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Hazard was wandering around. Let's see what he finds real quick. Okay, here we go. Let's see. That's right, because you're looking for the library, so you could go anywhere in town.
Oh, yeah.
What is this? This is interesting. Over by the Burgomaster's Palace. Well, it's a big house. That's all it really is. It says Burgomaster's Palace, but it's just a big house with a wall. You find it's a building that looks like it was once a windmill. And it's also tilted slightly. And this large sign over it says "The Tilted Windmill" over the door. You find out after a little investigation this is an inn and a tavern. Well, it's a tavern that rents rooms. And with the settlement of this, when you go in, you're like, well, I am thirsty. When you go in, you find that since it was built on a slope, as it's settled, the building is tilted slightly. So all the floors are tilted slightly. And it looks like the paintings on the wall have been hung so they're slightly tilted so they match the floors. And there is and the innkeeper tries to see if you would like an inn at the Tilted Windmill.
Real quick, have we been paying for our stay?
No, not really.
Okay, and people just don't care?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at Lucid Waters, he's never asked you for any money or anything. So,
gotcha.
It's dream. You're in a dream.
Yeah.
Essentially. But yeah, that you find this place, and they have pretty good wine. And the tavern keeper is asking if you want a room.
How far from the Lucid Water is this?
It's a little ways. It's over by the Burgomaster's Palace. To the east. The Lucid Waters is actually fairly close to the Temple of the Elder Ones.
Okay. I'll still just thank him for his offer and then just head on.
You enjoy some wine there, and it's good wine.
Oh, wait.
Fernando, what were you doing?
I was roaming around looking for anyone that knew Sage Hartford.
Yeah, give me another social skill. We're going to come to you last, Josie, because you'll probably get the most roleplay again. Although I got to come back to Loren too, so I think we'll do Josie and then come back to
Oh,
Loren about these swords. How'd you do?
I think I rolled the exact same number in
Did you?
82, which is a fail.
So you start asking about Harfer, and what happens? You tell me, or I can tell you. Either way.
I was still thinking, like, man, like, who is that guy's wife?
Okay,
Like,
so you get distracted again by this. I gotta find it. Okay, make me another social skill roll, and this will determine whether or not you find out who that guy's wife was.
well, say do you want a different one other than charm, or
No,
I'm trying to see if I
whichever one
okay.
you want to use. Charm, you like buddying up to people and being like
Um,
your best friend. Let's have a drink. Tell me about this Harfer
I mean,
guy.
I
And
guess fast talk is my other one, so
well, for fast talk, oh, you could use fast talk for this if you want. In which case, you're trying to be real subtle about asking about this instead of just blatantly asking, so that they don't
yeah, I
associate
think
you with him.
right. Yeah, all
Yeah,
right, that's exactly what I want to
yeah,
do,
you can do that.
and that is a 25, which is
Is that a success?
a hard success.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So you do find out they that a man named Hager, Hager, heard they got in a big fight at the Lucid Water last night. Beat up a bunch of people. Who one of them had been messing with his wife, Imelda. And you're like, oh, you know Imelda.
Okay,
Imelda's a big old flirt, and she was in there like most nights.
yeah.
Um,
Fernando's like, oh, you don't say.
yeah. Okay. So you got those names that you know who Imelda, and you knew she had a husband, and it was just harmless flirtation from you. She was kind of a groupie.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
loved your music and all that stuff. It's up to you if anything happened between the two of you. Did anything happen?
No. My
Okay.
guy's a harmless flirt. He just
Okay.
flirts.
So, yeah, nothing happened between the two of you. But now you know who that guy was. But you failed to figure out where Harfer is because you got so distracted by the side quest.
Oh, this was Hamer.
Sorry, I got you.
Was it?
Hager,
Hager. Okay.
Hager, and Amalda.
Sorry, I just pictured like, isn't that comic strip
Yeah,
Hagar the
Hager the
Horrible or something?
Horrible. Yeah, I found this
Okay.
random name generator. I just grabbed one off of there. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway, go on.
Loren, sword seller.
Yep. He gravitates to rather plain but clean looking blade.
Mm-hmm.
With a silver crossguard and a mother of.
Say again. I think you broke up. Mother of pearl.
A silver crossguard with a mother of pearl handle.
Oh, okay. I see. Yep. Yeah, it's real nice. Oh, a man of discriminating taste. Yes. This one. This one comes. Uh, this one comes all the way. Oh, that's the wrong map. This one comes all the way from the Linarian Desert. No, sorry, from Upper Nambo. Ah, where they all use scimitars. There, yes, and you are a man of great taste.
How much would this
What do you have to offer me? Remember, it's a barter system for the most part.
Well, I don't have much in currency. I have a jade.
Oh, he examines it. He says, I think this will do nicely. Yes. And he takes it down. He's got a scabbard for you. Does your outfit have a belt?
Yeah, it would have had just like you gotta think this is like if we were doing a theater production of King Arthur and the Round Table, and so it's got everything, but it's like the under the tabard's meant to look like chainmail, but it's like gray weaving.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, nice.
So like everything's got a belt, and
Yeah. Okay. So he's got a scabbard you can attach to the belt that goes with it as well. Yes, do you? Here, dude. Now, does Loren have any points in sword?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so sword starts at 20%.
All right.
Which is not bad, but it's not great. But yeah, now you're armed.
I have a weapon.
And then you go back to the library, and
yep,
and get looking at stuff. People don't seem to care that you're wearing a sword. It doesn't really seem to bother anybody. And Isabella, you have come to the temple of the Elder Ones. Again, you heard my description before.
Kind of.
There is a great statue of the head of Nasht, and
he was one of the guys we met, one of the dream guides in the beginning.
He is revered as a god.
Really?
They keep incense burning in his left ear. This priest tells you, at all times, so as to confound his senses, lest he perceive that his worshippers are sinful and become wrathful. Prayers to Nash are offered to his right ear. Kamantha, though not worshipped, is highly revered and considered an avatar of Nasht. Other gods worshipped here include Ariel, Zokalar, Tamash, Karakal, Loban, Nitsi Kambal, Nodens, and Nath Horthath. Yeah,
can you send me that list or something?
They give you, well, it'll be in the role-playing journal. They give you a list of people. Okay. What do you do once the priest has told you all about the temple?
Well, I will ask follow-up questions. That's fascinating. If you wouldn't mind telling me more about these gods, I'm absolutely fascinated by.
All right, so
if you want to skip past all that or whatever for the sake of time, that's fine. But
a quick.
Send me some paragraphs to read later.
Ariel,
or something. It's up to you.
Is let's see what she is. She is both beautiful and terrible. She is not worshipped widely in the Dreamlands because she is goddess of truth. Or no, god of truth, sorry. The embodiment of truth. He can speak only what is true and will always do so. He always knows when someone's lying to him. Those who attempt to lie to Ariel will find themselves bathed in the light of truth, which will cause them to change form and become that which they truly are.
Cool.
Let's see. Who else we got here? This is neat little information. Why do they put them not in alphabetical order? Nodens. There's Nodens. Zokalar. Let's see. The god of birth and death, in charge of life history of all the Dreamlands residents. He was worshipped in Sarnath before it fell, thousands of years ago. Tamash. Tamash his cult has also diminished with Sarnath's destruction. He's the patron of wizards, so we'll always have worshippers, though.
I have a lot more questions, so just
okay.
You don't have to go into huge detail here.
Karakal is the Dreamlands fire god. Loban dislikes conflict, and when faced with danger or to himself or present followers, he tries to retreat to another dimension, taking anyone loyal to him along. Okay. Let's see. Netse Kambal is a beautiful woman, and she was a powerful goddess, and it was instrumental in the war against the Great Old Ones. She, it is said, created the Elder Sign.
What's her name again?
Her name is Nitsi Kambal, N apostrophe TSE dash KAA MBL.
MBL.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Nodens.
That's an important one, I think.
Nodens controls all of the night gaunts and sometimes lends aid to humans. Nath Hornath. Nath Hornath appears as a jet black skinned human with blonde hair and pupilless silver eyes. He rides and is always accompanied by a lion. He is easily angered. He's the god of Cellophase. And lions are sacred to him. And I think that's everybody.
Okay, great.
And he shows you there's little altars all over the place. Make a spot hidden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, 87.
Okay, never mind then. No worries. These are the gods worshipped here. Sure there are many others.
Yeah, my spot hidden.
That's okay. No worries.
Sorry, what?
These are the gods worshipped here. There are others.
Oh, well, that is fascinating. Thank you so much for that information. I have so many other questions though. Now are you this is a man, right? I'm talking to?
Yes. There are various priests around in this area, yeah. He's got robes on.
Okay.
Priesty guy.
Yeah. Great. So now, sir, I don't know if I caught your name. I'm Isabella. Did I catch his name before?
No, he didn't give it to you. I am Iolo.
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 Sorry. Iolo. Okay. Beautiful. What was the guy's name? Atal?
The most important question of all. Is
that
what you asked? What do you say?
No, I say, do you know a priest by the name of, I think it is Atal?
Oh, that's the high priest here.
Oh, yes. Lovely. Well, if I could speak with him, if he has any time today. He spoke with my associate, Mr. Hazard, earlier today, and I just had some follow-up questions for him.
What do you wish to speak to him about? Some follow-up questions. Let me see. I'll need a persuade check.
Okay. Because I have a whole... If you had let me get a journal, I would have... That's 3 zeros.
That's 100. Is your persuade less than 50?
Does it even matter?
Yeah, it does. No, no, it doesn't. That's a bunch of zeros. They throw your ass out.
No, I know you're right. My persuade is exactly 50.
It's still a critical fail.
My persuade
000 is a critical fail.
Yeah. Shit. Damn it. No.
I will see if he's available. So here's what happens, and this is because it's a critical fail. Okay, you wait for 3 hours before this priest finally comes back. Okay, and he seems all flustered and everything. His robes are askew. There's a big grass stain on his robe. And he comes back in and he sees you and he's like, oh. And he comes over and he goes, I am terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. There were things happened today. Please come back tomorrow.
Oh my!
I must go. And then he rushes.
Okay? What happened to you?
His hair's all messed up. It looks like he's been in a fight or something. And then he's like,
"Do you need assistance?"
No, I'm fine. Thank you. And then he just.
As he's running away, I'm like, yes. Oh, I'll help you.
Okay. He just seems embarrassed.
I'm so sorry.
You get the impression. Make a psychology check.
Oh yeah, great. Thank you. Something I'm actually.
No, we can give you an impression of what you think just happened here. Did you fail it?
200.
Another 100?
Or 20? No, I said 200 because it's funny. A 20 and a 0, so that's 20%. Right?
That's success. Is that a success?
Wait.
Oh,
did you?
What skill?
Wait, you couldn't get 20 and 0, 0.
Yeah, 20 out of 44.
No, she could. No. That would be
I got
a
20.
A 2.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 20 and a 0.
No, okay, shut up.
No, I got
Isabella.
a 20 and a 0.
20 and just a regular 0.
I got a 20 and a 0.
I thought you said a double 0. So yeah, that's 20%. That's a success, right?
Yeah.
That's okay, guys. Sorry that I.
No, you're fine.
Was a little bit brusque there.
Am I?
What? Okay, hold on. What is your psychology?
44.
Yeah, so that's a hard success.
Half 22.
Yeah, hard success.
So yeah.
Okay, so you think something happened here at the temple today. You don't know what. This guy forgot all about you during that time and just remembered you when he came back down in here. So you don't know what happened, and he seemed really embarrassed, and he got out of there as quick as he could. But something happened to this guy, and you kind of got just left there. So this is going to blow your day of... well, you got morning research done, but you're not going to get any more research done today, probably.
Real quick before I leave or whatever, could I just try to ask around to the other priests that are around, like, what happened? What's going on? What happened? I just try.
Give me another persuade check, but I'll need a hard success on this one.
Come on.
Because you've been watching these priests, they've been coming and going all day, and this is the only one who's been a mess. What you get?
Yeah, baby, I got a 7.
7 success. Okay. There was an altercation with some man named Hager, who was accusing one of the priests of philandering with his wife, and there was a fight, and he had to be taken away. You don't know this name yet because I don't even know if you ever even will. If Fernando's going to tell you about any of the information that he got instead of the information he was supposed to get. So that's what you get, and it was just kind of a mess for a while.
I wrote that down so I can potentially ask about it.
Okay, yeah.
I have a whole list of questions now.
That's okay. Hang on to them.
Nope.
Just because you can't see him
I'll just
right
wait.
now doesn't mean you can't come back. But you do have to make a persuade check for them to be able to fit you into his schedule. So you guys can all meet at the end again tonight for dinner and tell each other whatever you want to tell each other.
All right. I feel like this is going to be entertaining.
Well, again,
we all have pretty interesting stories, right? From the day.
It's up to you guys if you want to roleplay it or mostly just info dump. Did I finish with Hazard?
I don't think I made it to the library.
Yeah, make me. Sorry, we're gonna back up for just a second. Go ahead and make me that luck check, Hazard. No, you couldn't find the library. You failed the luck check before. Remember?
Yes, the first one.
And you ended up at the tilted windmill.
Okay, yeah. And then we can just head back for dinner if it's late.
So you have to you only get one luck check per day to find the library.
Gotcha, that's right.
And that's only if you're separated from everybody. Otherwise, it's whoever has the highest power makes a luck check to get you into the library if you're as a group. Yes, Isabella.
Can I will take out my stone as I'm leaving the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we were backtracking anyway. So as I'm leaving the temple, I'll take out my well, they call it a walkie-talkie in another podcast.
Talking stone is a good term.
Talking stone, sure. We'll think of something more fun. Anyway, I'll take it out and I'll say to the group, check, come in, friends. Hello.
I'm gonna cut check.
Anyone there?
Come in, friends. Anyone there is fine.
Fine. Hello, friends. Talking into my stone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm leaving the temple. Do you want to meet back up for dinner? And or find maybe a new place? Besides the inn we're staying at?
Funny you should say that. I was just at this tilted windmill place. But yeah, we could meet back at the Lucid Waters and discuss it.
I wouldn't mind seeing a new inn or restaurant in town if you could describe how to get there.
Sure.
Can hazard?
Is it possible?
Do we have stuff? I would assume we left our things in our rooms at the other place.
Yeah, most of your gear.
We don't really we don't really have
much,
a whole lot.
No, you don't have much. The clothes on your back, a couple little items, that the mana.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we all have a knife, right?
My sweet lantern.
That's probably with you. Your lantern is probably in your room with William Hazard. So is Fernando's candle.
Oh.
And our mana.
Your mana.
Yes.
The bread and stuff's probably been eaten, but
let's meet at the Lucid Waters. We could make our way over. I could guide everyone.
Okay, that sounds like a better idea. Might get lost if I try to find it myself. This town. All right, I'll meet you back there.
Okay, yeah, you guys meet at the Lucid Waters to start with. What do you do? Are you staying there? Are you going somewhere else? What do you want to do?
I'm down for whatever. Do the other two want to move?
I thought we were going someplace else.
That's fine. I'm just asking, guys. I'm just clarifying once you get there. You made a plan. Do you follow through?
Yeah.
Because half the time it's like, what? There was a plan.
Do this. It's just like, let's change.
Okay, yeah. So you can find the tilted
I try to take William Hazard's elbow with my elbow. You know how they did back in the day. And I go, lead me to, if he lets me. And then lead us to the windmill place.
Yeah, again, it's a building. It was a windmill. It was built on a slope, and over the years, the uneven settlement tilted the building ever so slightly. Doors, windows, furniture, they all lean. And then the paintings on the walls have also been tilted so that they match the floor. Oh, here, wait, let's see.
I walk in and I go, whoa! Feel like I'm on a pirate ship.
Okay. Yeah, you get in. There's a tavern downstairs. He has rooms for rent on the upper floors. People do have some orientation problems. They primarily serve wine, let's see, a lot of bread. They serve a lot of bread. That's their shtick, because it's a windmill and it made flour. Everything has either breading on it and is deep fried, or is like served with big loaves of bread. There's cheese, there's wine. They don't really have much ale. There's not enough storage space probably for it. You settle down to a nice meal.
We get drunk.
If you want.
Wine drunk.
That's
I don't know.
Worst kind.
Cider's the worst.
Well, the hangover's the worst.
I don't know.
Tequila's
the worst. Anyway.
Yeah, tequila. Well,
no offense, Fernando.
Again, information dump, role play.
Info dump.
What is that? What is that? Tequila?
It's tequila.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So initially, info dump. If anybody wants to add anything to it.
Oh yeah.
That's
bonus
fine.
Stuff.
And go. You've info dumped. Everybody knows everything that everybody else did. Wait, Fernando, are you going to tell him how you got sidetracked?
He's not going to tell him how he got sidetracked. He's still going to tell him he didn't find out any information, but he will end up saying along the lines as, "Oh, there's a good chance I shouldn't see Hager in here." He'll just casually
that
say
just
that
comes
at some
up.
point
Yes. Okay, I like that.
Whoa.
Was Hager crazy man?
Pause there, Mr. Jimenez. That is your name, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, say that name again. You said, Hager?
Oh, that man that attacked me the other night, his name was Hager.
Last night. Really? Now, that's interesting, because I actually learned a slight piece of information about him, apparently, while I was at the temple for 4 or something hours they actually forgot about me. They had an incident where this man, Hager, apparently accused a priest of flirting with his wife. Just like he accused you. You believe it.
Apparently, that is something he does to just good-hearted people.
I guess so. Or his wife is very popular in town.
Oh.
I don't know. Or both. Oh boy. Anyways, what else did you all learn today?
Well, they've done information dump, so.
Yep.
Okay, but like.
Well, Hutton, if you don't mind me asking,
summarize it.
With all our excitement, why were we finding the Wizard Wilkes? Were we trying to put an end to his reign?
That is what I thought Mr. Rascal was hoping that we would. That he's very powerful here and he's very dangerous. And sure,
so maybe we should learn a little bit of that Dreamland magic stuff as well. The High Priest had mentioned something about that as well.
Yes, unfortunately not to me. He wasn't able to see me. I guess I failed all day. I didn't find Mr. Rascal, unfortunately, and I also did not get to speak to the High Priest. So
we could talk to him tomorrow if y'all wanted to.
Hold on.
Yes.
Isabella, did she tell him about the scroll she found?
Oh,
about Aaron, the boy who was maimed by the moon beast.
Oh yeah, because I was also gonna ask the priest about the moon beast.
Well, that was
sure.
But that was, you could just information dump, and so you
had
probably told them about that at lunchtime, about the fact you found the scroll and found out what happened to that kid.
I wonder if we could use our dreaming to help heal that boy.
I was thinking something of the sort as well. Well, if Loren could, I don't know if that's how
I thought he was born with it.
Stutter, but maybe there's something to that.
But what if we wake up and everything comes back to him?
Oh,
well,
that's true.
Would it though? Once we fix something in the dream world, wouldn't it stay?
According to Mr. Rascal, things you create last until you wake up a second time. So.
But he said create, not change.
Yes, not
he said
change.
Last. Everything goes back to where it was. You can come back to the Dreamlands; it'll all still be there. But when you leave again, boom, it's gone. If you made this chisel, it'll last until your next trip, and then it'll fade away. Unless you put power points in. Unless you sacrifice points of your power, you can't get those back. So keep that in mind.
Easily.
No.
Then we can make something permanent.
It's really, really hard. Yes. If you put power into it, and as players, in order to let's see, on the second subscription.
Losing attribute points in this game is bad.
It can be, yeah. Let's see.
We just have to become great wizards.
Power for each point of power that creates.
Following Wilkes' steps.
So
that creates another problem.
It's gonna cost. It would cost. All right, now I got to multiply this because everything's multiplied by 5 now. So it's going to be 5 points of power per act of creation, and I would say that's 1 act if you healed him.
Yeah,
it would heal, his head. It's not like he's missing an arm and he also is blind or whatever. So that'd be 5 points plus. It says plus 1 point of power for each point of power that the creation cost. So that. 180 value. I'm actually going to make a call on this one too. Yeah, it might just cost you 5 power to do this.
Sweet.
But again, this is going to cost you more magic points too than that 1d3
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
because
I say we do it, at least temporarily for him.
that's a
Temporarily
terrible,
sounds so much
terrible gift.
worse.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'd rather
I
just
could
not
see
heal him
a
if it's
couple years go by
temporary.
and all of a sudden, blah, I'm blind and deaf again. Um, yeah, so it probably costs about 5 points of power um, to make it permanent. But the magic point cost is probably going to be, I don't know, probably at least a d10 per hearing and then sight for healing.
Oh, okay.
And
So a
again,
D10 of power permanent.
no, no,
Each?
no. Oh, that's a good idea.
Magic point.
That's magic points, but I think that should be
Magic
that'll be
points.
magic points and power. So 5 points plus 1d10 per heal of eyes and ears. I'm going to consider those two things separate as far as giving them back his sight and his hearing.
Okay.
And that's for one person, or if we all pooled together, could we?
This time I think it's going to have to be just one person. One person's going to have to be willing to sacrifice to try to help him. You're not going to have to make a medicine roll, anything like that. Also, that power expenditure comes at the beginning. So if you fail the dreaming roll, that power is still gone.
Oof.
Okay?
Permanently?
Power is a permanent thing. You can't get power back unless you roll a 0-1 on a luck check. Then you can make a roll against your power to see if it goes up. Or,
oh my God.
if you have the
wizarding.
spells and you do certain spells require you to roll against your power, they roll against their power. If you succeed, you get to check to see if your power goes up. That's how sorcerers start getting more powerful, because they're like hitting people with spells, successfully doing it, and then they get to check against their power to see if it goes up.
Oh, that's cool.
But
I
you're
like that.
also
I want to,
losing
I mean, I
sanity.
want to do that stuff.
You're also losing sanity every time you cast a spell. Keep that in mind. The dreaming doesn't cost any sanity.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
And my sanity is 29 and my power is 35. Those are.
Yes. So you would have a difficult time succeeding in that check, because you've got to, basically it's a power versus power. So if you roll under 35 and you have a better success rate than whoever you're zapping, that's considered successful cast of a spell.
Even if he's a willing subject?
Mm-hmm.
I'll think about it.
There's no. All I'm saying, you don't have to do that for this.
I could do one of his senses.
No, this isn't.
I could make him hear.
This isn't a magical spell. This is using your dreaming.
Dreaming.
That'll cost you 5 power, plus 1d10, and it'll be 1d10 magic points. And the magic points come back real quick, but power does not. And that's per. I'm saying 2. I'm changing it up. So 1 for sight, 1 for his hearing.
Yeah.
Instead of just 1, because this
5
is
power
huge.
plus
to give somebody...
1d10 power.
Yes. And
Okay.
1d10 magic points, but the magic points come back real quick, so it's not a big deal. But like Isabella has 7 magic points, she could injure herself if I roll a 10 on the usage or something like that. She would do 3 points of damage to herself, which shouldn't kill you, but it would not feel good.
Well, good thing I'm in Ulthar, a very safe, happy place.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice place
where I can rest.
But yeah, that's a possibility. I never even thought about using the dreaming.
That kid's gonna stay blind and.
Well, no, I want to help him. Isabella's like basically almost like lawful good or neutral good.
I would love to help him, but
power is kind of big. Loren's
I think
power's
Isabella's
not real
more
high
into
either,
it.
is it?
30.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Power.
That's why he was having some mental issues. Anyway, I love the idea, though. Love it. I think it's a great idea. And I didn't think of it, which I also love. So, but yeah, and that's out of character. But as you discuss it, you realize that, yes, things go away. unless you invest your life force into it. And I believe Mr. Rascal mentioned that as well. And though you guys don't know what your power is or whatever, that's a big thing. That could be a big thing.
Well, Isabella's very into it.
Mm-hmm.
And in this discussion, she's pretty animated. At least talking to, she knows Hazard's into it.
Yeah,
he brought it up.
To do it. Get him to do it.
Hazard brought it up.
He's got the best dreaming skill. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Mr. Hazard, why don't you, maybe we could do some sort of joint effort here and at least cure one of his senses, if not both, even. I think it would be lovely for that boy.
James's face.
Poor boy. I mean, he's being taken care of very well by these cats, but poor thing can't see or hear anything. He's just missing out on life. I feel so bad for him. We should help him.
But Rascal did mention the part about life force, which makes me a little bit hesitant. But if the
I'm sure you can get that back.
If just the cats can make it worth my while, might be able to maybe we can work something out with them.
Maybe we can ask Mr. Rascal if we can ever find him again, a bit more about that and see if he thinks that's a possibility.
Or if I bet these cats that are overhearing us might let him know, so next time we visit, he may be there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there are some cats in here. There are cats in here.
Send a message for me, please. To Mr. Rascal. I say to the cats.
Well, now we're just being too obvious.
Okay.
We're dreamers. We can do whatever we want. Right?
True.
So you've had your meal, you've had your wine, you've had your discussion. Very serious discussion. Anything else that night? Still haven't found Harfer. At all.
Not yet.
Oh, 1 day. You got a half a day. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Are you gonna go back to the Lucid Waters to your rooms for the night?
Might as well, and then we can move to another place tomorrow.
Okay.
Did we get the sense that the Lucid Waters?
I'm a little apprehensive about sleeping here. I'm worried about rolling out of the bed.
What?
Beautiful.
Why?
It's tilted.
This place is at a slant.
Oh my god. I'm so dumb. Wow. Oh yes, it is a bit disorientating. Oh geez. I mean, oh goodness. Whatever. Yeah, did we get the sense that the tilted windmill or whatever is not as nice, sort of, as the Lucid Waters?
No,
just overall.
It's nice. It's a nice place. It's just
okay.
This is the way it is. It's a little tilted.
Just wonky.
Yeah.
And they lean more on wine.
And fried foods.
Yes, and a lot of breaded stuff, and a lot of breading, and a lot of bread.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys return to the Lucid Waters. Spend the night. Another uneventful night. On the 10th. Again, are you going to split up again?
I was going to go with Isabella to the priest, at least just the two of us, for the questions she was looking for. But if these gentlemen would like to join us as well.
I'm going to maintain my research at the library.
Research. You'll be done by the end of the day if you do that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still going to wander around. I'm still going to wander around the town.
Beautiful.
This place is fascinating.
No, yeah.
I kind of feel like before we all split up, I kind of want to just say something to Fernando, like, no, Fernando, I don't know what you'll be up to today, but maybe if you could work on not getting so distracted like you have been.
No, nobody knows.
I mean, no offense, but
you don't.
No, we do. We talked about it.
No, he didn't mention. Did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
no,
he did.
I thought he was just saying he wasn't getting.
Hold on, Fernando. What did you say?
No, say he never mentioned he was distracted, but he did bring up casually that he found out that guy Hartford.
Right.
Yeah. What?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I thought he did.
Mm-mm.
I definitely thought that was in character.
Mm-mm.
Okay, my bad.
No. We talked about it beforehand, but he never said anything about that.
Okay.
specifically.
But he did say that 2 days in a row, I believe, he didn't get any information.
No. Morning and afternoon of yesterday. It's been Monday.
Okay, for one day then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll still kind of say a little something like, "Hey, now, try to stay focused. You know, I know you like to talk to the ladies, but we have a mission here." So
wasted all day at that temple, didn't get anything.
That was of no fault of mine. The priest is the one that got distracted by this Harfer.
Well, don't let him do it again.
No, sorry, Hagar person.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, Fernando, we're going to start with you because you'll probably be the quickest if you're going to spend all day looking. Give me another charm check or fast talk if you want. Yeah. I'm looking for Arthur. He's my brother.
86. Geez, I am not charming people today at all.
Okay, so
big X for you. By Loren's shiny scimitar. I'm like, man, how am I going to defend myself in here?
I meant to mention that.
Do you just want to go looking for weapons instead of even asking around?
Maybe, yeah. Well, yeah, kind of. I'm like.
Oh, I got it. Instead of asking about the wives, you're asking about the sword man.
What do you want to do then?
No. He doesn't know how to use a sword. He wants to find something that he knows how to use. So,
what does he know how to use?
Well, he has fighting brawl. So what I looked up, I think like tomahawks is a fighting brawl.
Oh, like a hatchet. That'd be a hatchet.
Well, it says. I'm looking in the Down Darker Trails book. It says tomahawk.
Yeah, but they don't have tomahawks here.
Right.
This is a late medieval, early Renaissance setting.
Like a throwing axe or something like that? Would they have throwing axes?
Probably, yes. So you're going to look for that?
Same thing.
Yeah, potentially.
Pretty much. I don't know.
Let's see.
If I would still have to use the same skill. Because I guess it does say fighting brawl / throne or fighting brawl. Fighting brawl or throne.
Okay. I think with a hatchet. Yeah, I think you can use. No. Wait. Let me look it up before I start saying shit here. Or a tomahawk.
Say, I got it on page 43.
Yeah, okay, so with Down Darker Trails, you use throw with a hatchet or a tomahawk if you're going to fighting brawl if you're going to hit somebody with it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's different from Dark Ages. They use a slightly different thing in Dark Ages.
But still, I would still... Yeah. I don't have anything in throw, I guess, but...
Well, you could still just beat somebody down with it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Brutal.
Yeah, give me a luck check. See how long it takes you to find like someplace that... your luck's not great. You'll find it today, eventually.
04. I find that.
You find it right off the bat, yeah. There's a fellow who sells... They're hatchets, basically. But it's the same. It's going to use the stats for a tomahawk. Yeah, and you could inquire about purchasing one. What do you want to barter with?
Ask him how many can I get for this, and I show him that piece of jade.
The jade. Okay, you can get a couple for that if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay, put that down. You have two. You can tuck them in your belt. Yeah. Do you want to describe them? Do you want me to describe them? What do they look like?
You can describe them. I mean, if they're pretty simple or whatever, that's fine.
They can be. You can get 3 simple that are just basic, or you can get 2 that are nice that look like they're engraved and that kind of stuff.
Do I think I could alter them slightly more to look like a tomahawk and like use a dream skill or something to do that?
Yes, you could. It actually.
So yeah, they can be simple. Like,
so you got 3. You got 3 for that piece of jade. He's glad to help you. Yes, good. You made the luck check, so you still had the morning after you found this place to ask about Harfer. You're not getting any information. Hutton's going to the library. We're not even going to have to really deal with you as far as that. It's just you're gonna make your roll, Hutton. At the end of the day. So Isabella and Hazard go back to the temple.
Yeah.
And I'll need a persuade check from somebody to get in. One or the other of you. Who's got a good persuade?
Who's higher?
No.
Hazard would attempt to take the lead either way.
Fine, yes, okay. I'll let you.
How presumptuous of him. Go ahead.
You don't want us to metagame, huh?
No, I'd rather not metagame. As far as like giving out numbers and stuff.
Fair enough.
Priest. And I actually do pause for a moment.
Oh, crap. Let's get a new guy.
Isabella will lean in.
Iola saw you coming. He left the room as soon as you guys showed up.
It's a towel.
This is Barrow. B-E-R-O.
And he just finishes by saying Barrow?
Yes, Barrow. Barrow.
Priest Barrow.
Yes.
I was hoping for the two of us to have an audience with High Priest Atal.
Oh, what does he regard?
Well, we're some traveling dreamers on a important quest, and we could do with some extra information from him. I was able to speak with him yesterday, but
follow-up, yes.
We just need a little bit more.
Okay, give me a persuade check, James.
72.
Is that a success?
Out of 76.
Okay.
So just regular.
Let me see if he can see you. And then he heads away, and he's back in a few minutes, and takes you back up to Atal's chamber, cubicle, whatever, cell. He says, you have returned, William Hazard, and a young lady. Is she
I brought my friend Isabella. She had some questions for you as well.
Does she also seek the wizard Wilkes? It is a very dangerous thing. He is a very dangerous man.
Oh, yes. And I believe we're here to help, I found out yesterday, to help remove him.
Oh. Then remember my warning to you of yesterday.
Oh, I'll remember.
So, yeah, he bid you to take a seat. And
oh, yeah. I do,
and he sits down. Or did you already sit down? Did you just walk in and sit down as soon as you got in there, James? No.
Well, if he was already sitting, then yes, I would.
He stood when you guys came in.
Okay.
Yeah, he bid you to
head over to him.
Okay, yeah, he bid you to take a seat, and he takes a seat. And he says, I can only discourage you, young lady, as I discouraged this gentleman, that such a quest can be dangerous. No one knows who the wizard Wilkes worships, but if it is the crawling chaos or others of the outer gods. And he just shakes his head.
Now, what? Could you go back a second? The crawling chaos. What is that, please?
Messenger of the gods. He who communicates with the other gods and works for the outer gods. It is very dangerous to get involved with him. Don't do it. Oh, you can make a Cthulhu. Oh no, yeah, Cthulhu Mythos checks, guys, if you wish.
Yeah. 2%. Let's do it.
And while we're doing that, I want to ask him: do you have any sort of apprenticeship, whatever the word is?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Here at the temple, do you accept students?
No.
To learn about these things?
No, just the priests. But you are a woman.
So no priestesses then?
No. That would be too distracting.
That's very common in many cultures.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
priestesses.
But not in Ulthar.
Oh, things change, you know.
It would be too distracting, you see. What if What if the light went out in Nasht's left ear and he heard? Oh, and he realized all the terrible things his worshippers were doing. Oh, that would be a terrible,
That's
terrible
I.
shame. Yes.
Women are just people, as are men.
Very curvaceous
It's
people.
not
And would be distracting.
She's glaring at him.
The priests are celibate, you see.
So?
Oh, don't forget, Isabella. They are in basically a different time than we are.
He just.
Which your dress is still odd for our era as well.
Why do you have pockets? Sinner!
I am a forward-thinking woman. Thank you very much.
Oh, and nothing against it.
Is that all you wish to know?
Thank you.
Whether you could whether there were priestesses?
No, my apologies. We had much more pressing matters to discuss. Would you like to start, Hazard, or I have a mental list here in my head.
Would you
I have a list.
Would you like to go first, Isabella?
Either way.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay.
Atal looks like he's growing impatient.
As is Andy. Fair
yes.
enough. Okay. Okay. We would like to know, if possible, more about the Wizard Wilkes, his magic, and his goals, and ideally the locations he has been known to frequent. We are looking for him, so we are trying to get any clues as to where he might be.
Well, I don't know any of that. I only know what rare stories I've heard about the Wizard Wilkes, and the fact that he was here long ago and left. But I don't know any of his goals. No one knows where he lives. Except perhaps he is along the sea somewhere.
Along the sea. Now, tell me more about the geography, I suppose, about this place, the coast. Where is that? Far away? Where is that?
There are many coasts in the
Follow
Dreamlands,
the river?
on the Serenian Sea and on the South Sea. There's a coastline all the way around the island of Oriab. Not to mention the north. Oh, you don't want to go to the north. I've heard terrible things about the Plateau of Lang.
Lang, you say?
Yes. But you don't want to go there. I don't know otherwise where he is. I just told you what I've heard.
Okay. Now I read something about moon beasts. Injuring
terrible beasts.
The little boy or
the little
something?
Boy. I don't know a little boy.
Oh, Aaron.
That's a good question. Whether he would even know
Aaron?
About this.
It's Arryn,
Aaron. It's
right?
Aaron. Oh, that
Aaron.
Aaron, the child Aaron. Yes, his parents were killed by moon beasts, and he was mauled.
Oh, that
by the thing.
Was it?
Yes, that was a year or two ago.
What are they? Do they come from
Horrible,
the moon? What?
Flopping, gelatinous things with tentacles. They do not speak nor make a sound. Ever. They communicate with tentacles. They come from the moon. Yes.
Okay. How did they dispatch Aaron's parents?
They killed them. They're dangerous creatures. I don't know much about the moon beasts except they're horrible monsters that can rend and tear and enjoy inflicting
So they only
pain.
live on the moon? They don't come down here?
Well, that one did.
Land?
That one came down. We don't know why or how, but it came.
Okay.
And killed.
All right.
The cats took care of it, though. They hate the moon beasts.
Fantastic. The cats here are so skilled and capable. I highly revere them.
Well, yeah.
As should be in Ulthar.
Yes, and no man may kill a
Hazard,
cat.
Yes. Agreed. Hazard, if you wanted to interject at all, feel free.
Oh,
But I have
yes.
more if you don't.
My last question was just, I forgot to ask you about if you knew of a sage by the name of Harfer.
Harfer. And we'll see if he knows. Oh, yes, from Zakarian, I think. Lives somewhere in the town. I don't know where exactly. But, yes, he's here. He's been doing some kind of research. Very important stuff, he says. From my understanding, I've just heard rumors.
Does he come here often?
He's been here for
to the temple?
months. Oh, no. I don't. I think I've.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So just somewhere in town.
Yes.
You don't know where he might. Where he might frequent in town?
No. I've just heard about him being here. I've not ever met the man.
Oh, all right.
You get the impression that Atal probably doesn't leave the temple very often at his age.
Right. Okay. Now regarding the sage Harfer, I believe I forgive me, my memory eludes me, but I remembered the word Zakarian. Is that
It's a city.
A city?
He's from a city. It's across the plains.
That's where he's from?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is there anything
2 weeks
to know
travel,
about that?
I think. Oh, caravans go there once in a while, but it's a city of sages. He could tell you more about it than I.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is it safe-ish?
Yes, well, yeah, I think so. As far as I know, Zakarian is a safe place.
And it's not 2 weeks, you say?
By caravan.
Okay. Ah, well, maybe I turn to Hazard and say, maybe we should go visit that place. Sounds interesting.
Feel like that'd be a good spot to check more information.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you need, dreamers?
What happens if we don't find Wilkes? Is he immortal? And where's Mr. Rascal?
You're asking questions. Who? I don't know Mr. Rascal.
The cat.
And
the gray and white cat.
I don't know any more about Wilkes than I have told you. I'm sorry. But if you are pursuing Wilkes, be careful. Be careful.
Yes, of course. You know.
He's a sorcerer of great power, from what I hear.
I have also heard that. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your time today.
Bonk, bonk. And the door opens, and that priest comes in, who was waiting for y'all to escort you back down. Goodbye, dreamers.
Sorry, I'm taking so much of the game time.
No, that's okay.
You're fine.
The RP.
Okay, so that's lunchtime. Is there anything you guys want to do after lunch? Hutton's research. I'm assuming Fernando again is going to go looking. Wait, no, he doesn't have to. Oh, now he can look for where Harfer lives.
Yeah, he'll try to find where Harfer lives this time.
What about Isabella and William? You meet for lunch.
We reconvene for lunch and
info dump. And so everybody's on board for everything. Loren is like, I'm so close. I think I am going to find the information that we all need. Or whatever. I don't. Because that's just how he talks, you know.
Well, he probably would have been like, "Oh, I found this. Led me."
Right. He's talking about different books that he found and different things. Any lizard people? No. Oh, that's good.
And after lunch, Hutton, if you don't mind, I'll tag along with you to the library. I'm having a time finding it.
I totally forgot to make you make the roll. You found it, Loren. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it today. I didn't make you do a luck check today, did I? To find it.
No, you didn't.
No, don't worry about it. It is what it is. I forgot. I'm sorry.
I rolled a 75. I found it.
Oh, did you?
I'm extremely lucky.
Oh, I forgot he's 90 lucky.
That's right. He's super luck boy. Okay. Yeah, 90 luck.
That's why he
maxed out. He maxed out his roll for luck. It happens. It's cool. Loren's lucky. Why is Loren not dead already? I don't know. That dude walked across me right when that arrow came and killed that guy. It was
almost had his leg chopped off.
Anyway, what is Isabella doing? Hazard's going with Loren to the library.
Yeah. Okay. So I still want to find Mr. Rascal, but I also want to find the sage. And both of them could be anywhere in town.
Yes.
So I'm going
Or
to go with
not. Mr.
Fernando if
Rasco
he's
said
okay with that.
Yeah, okay. Is Fernando okay with that?
Yeah, he's fine with that.
Mr. Rascal told you he was going to do
I
his.
take his elbow.
Okay.
Just like I did with Hazard.
Um.
Smile, grin at him.
Okay, so you guys are going out.
Skipping off.
Isabella, give me a luck check. Fernando, and then you can both give me some kind of social skill to see how you do.
A 10 and a 1?
That's 10.
Why can't I interpret this yet?
That's
10, 1.
Wait, a 10 and a 1 is
101.
10 and a 1 is 11. Because the 10 is the 10's number, and then the 1 is the 1's number. That's all it is.
No, wait, because it's a 10 on the percentile die, and a 1 on the
single die. That goes
so
1, 2, 3, 4,
tens...
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, right? Yeah. So the 10's die, the one with the 10 on it is 10. The one with the 1 on it is your 1, which is 11.
The only weird interaction is when you roll all zeros, and then it's actually 100.
Okay, so
sort of weird though.
I need a social skill roll from the two of you to see from both of you.
I had a success.
Yay! So
and this
Fernando's,
is
nice.
Any social skill, fast talk,
charm,
persuade,
or intimidate.
Intimidate's going to be hard and could be counterproductive.
Persuade.
Since you're just trying to find. So. Okay, go. Yeah, give me a persuade check.
You want me to roll this? Okay.
Yeah. Fernando's already succeeded, so you guys are gonna succeed. But this is an opportunity for you to get a check by it at least, if you succeed as well.
Exactly the same thing. A 10 and a 1.
Which is 11. So.
Or I guess 11.
Yeah. So.
Weird.
Yeah, you're both successful. Check off those skills if they're not already checked. You locate. You ask a few people. You chat with some people. They're like, oh, that's Sage. He's weird. He's over that way. Let's see. You rolled an 11 out of 50, Josie. Fernando, what was your roll?
Mine was a 36. So I just had a regular success.
Regular success she had. One thing that Isabella learns is something about this man. He keeps having readings of something. But they give you basically they give you directions and his address on a certain named street. They say look for the greenhouse. Where the hell is it? Yes, the greenhouse with the white trim. And
that sounds familiar.
It's not. I don't think. Does it?
Maybe unintentionally, but it didn't.
I don't know.
Wasn't that the description of the house in Mr. Rascal's story about the
dark
evil
house
couple
underneath the oaks was his.
I thought it was okay.
You guys can locate it if you want to find it. I don't know if you want to go ahead and try to talk to him or not. That's up to you. We're after 10, so we're going to be wrapping up here in a few minutes. You can either go knock on the door, or you can wait till dinner time and tell the others you found him.
I'm all for waiting. What do you think? Yeah, I'm all for waiting and telling people that we found him if we all wanted to go together.
Okay, so you guys basically head back to the Lucid Waters then, but now you know where that's located. Loren Hutton, make me a library use roll.
Library.
Hazard, are you doing research or are you just like looking around at cool stuff again?
If he's available, I'm going to approach the librarian guy first.
Okay, let me see.
And then I'm going to meander.
Loren,
I got a hard success.
Hard success.
Nice.
Now, were you looking for anything in particular or just trying to find useful information?
I was looking for dream magic.
Dream magic. Oh, okay.
Yes. Please do. Please succeed. We all want to know more.
And you mean magic of the Dreamlands, not like dreaming skill stuff, right?
Magic in the Dreamlands.
Gotcha.
I was totally gonna ask the priest about that, but he ran out of patience.
You could have
and I
still
forgot.
asked him.
Well, I had. It's a problem with me when I start writing a list. I can't stop.
Kalima!
Whoa, is that a heart?
That's pretty sweet, honestly. I like that a lot.
What's in there? What is that?
It's tequila.
Where's the bottom of it, though?
That was
Sean?
my least favorite.
Probably good tequila.
Okay, so it does have a good way to rest.
It's a decent tequila.
I thought sure.
It's definitely one of those.
I've had good tequila one time ever.
It's definitely one of those. The bottle is a little bit better than the tequila.
Gotcha.
I just ordered
okay
3 different versions of this from my store.
Cool.
I like that once you've drank it, you still have a freaking cool ass looking bottle too.
Yes.
As opposed to just
what are you gonna
this
do
is
with
really
it?
expensive whiskey and the bottle's
I'm gonna
boring.
put lights in it.
Oh yeah, nice.
You could drink red wine out of it and pretend it's blood.
Why would I drink wine
for Halloween or something?
Tequila?
How about?
I was about to say this is
tequila?
a spirits man right here.
Like, do you not see this?
It was seance
behind me.
I want to like wine.
And over there.
Wow.
Okay, so
and down there on the floor.
What you find?
Holy heck!
Find, Sean,
Wine
is
sword.
the Chathat Aquadingen, annotated.
I need to write this down.
And that is spelled. Tell
Good
me when
luck.
you're ready.
I'm. All right. Word's not opening for me, so I'm gonna put this.
Do a notebook, notepad. Notepad's simple and it opens shit.
I'm just gonna put this in
Straight
encounters
up
with
paper.
strange entities.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do it.
CTHAAT. The second word is AQUA, aqua. DINGEN. Okay.
En. All right.
So the Chathat Aquadingen or Aquadingen. A heavy volume bound in soft, flesh-colored leather, still pliable, and it seems to be moist with perspiration, swelling from the pores. You managed to find this on a back shelf. It's creepy to even hold it. It's like, yeah.
Like to check this book out of the library.
Oh, you've not asked to check anything out, and it's doubtful you'll be allowed to take any books out of this library.
No.
It appears to be in some kind of like Old English.
Okay.
You can make it out, but it's going to be tough. Let's see. And it will probably take weeks. But here's what's interesting as you're looking through it. Someone has annotated it. More recently in Dreamlands tongue, which you can read that.
Yeah.
And it looks like they've added a few spells.
Ooh.
So that's what you find. That's what your research leads you to.
Okay. I would ask if I could take this with me.
No. The books don't leave the library. But you're welcome to come back anytime you want and read it.
Can I have this kept separate from the stacks?
Yeah, they'll keep it. They can keep it behind the desk for you. For now.
Good.
Yeah, they can.
Be a nightmare to find it again.
Make the library used to find it.
Nodar says, yeah, sure, I'll keep it here. I don't know if it'll stay here. It moves around on its own sometimes.
Oh.
Let me get the chains. He goes back into the stack somewhere, and he comes back out with chains and locks, and he starts he binds it up, and you hear the locks are clicking home down there back behind the desk.
day.
Hazard, are you there? You were there.
Yeah.
You were talking to the guy at
It's
the
a
desk. We're gonna come
mighty
back.
sweaty looking book.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Hazard is there when this book comes, when you come out with this book, and it's big. It's a big book.
Oh boy.
So, yeah. So it's a mighty sweaty looking book. What did you want to ask, Hazard? You were asking the librarian something.
Oh yes, I want to do a persuade check to try to ask him to find something for me.
Oh, they're too busy.
Damn. Okay.
Nodar especially is. Even though you only see him in here about half the time.
Gotcha.
You don't know where he is most of the time. No, they can't do library. They're not going to do library, like use
grabbing
checks
me a
for
book.
you, right? Yeah, they're not going to. They're trying to keep this place from going. Half the time they don't know what's going on around here. Is the impression that you're getting from these guys. I mean, it's just
Makes
like,
sense
what
though.
the fuck? Yeah. So we're gonna wrap up here. You guys get back together. Info dump. We'll tell Josie this when she gets back. You do an info dump basically that says, you guys you found Harfer's house. There she is. So you guys get back together for dinner at the Lucid Waters. Info dump. You know where Harfer's house is now. Sean, I'm sure Hazard's going to be like, tell him about that sweaty book or whatever.
Oh, yeah, he would have said, yeah.
Yeah. Loren tells you about this book that he found that apparently has several spells in it at the library, but can't check them out. Those books have to be consulted there.
It was called.
There you go.
Oh, that hard name.
Aqua again.
Yep.
Oof.
Works for me. Close enough.
I almost feel like you should be careful saying even the title out loud.
Everybody can make a Cthulhu Mythos check on
that
title. If you have Cthulhu Mythos, you might say, "Oh,
damn.
I've heard terrible whispers about this book."
I have 0.
Yeah. So Loren hasn't gone crazy enough yet, or done enough research, which maybe he can now. But you suspect it's going to take a long time. Oh yeah. You'll be able to skim the book, but remember there's a sanity loss. And you have to skim the book first, and then you read the book. There's a sanity loss both times. We're going to say you found it like right at the end of the day.
Okay.
So we're not going to worry about it this game session, but remember that I'll double check those rules for next game session. Did anybody make Cthulhu Mythos?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's fine. So you've never heard of it. It's a weird name. But yeah, so you've got that book. You know where Harfer is. That's the end of the 10th day in the Dreamlands. And if you want, you guys can all go and talk to him tomorrow. And
sounds like the plan.
That's where we'll wrap up. Josie, you're muted.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. And try to look for Mr. Rascal on the... I'm just always trying to look for him.
Yeah.
As we're walking around town, whenever in general.
Yeah.
Until I find him, I'm going to just be calling out for him and talking to the cats. Did you want to just do
that afternoon? Did you just want to be doing... No, you went with Fernando that afternoon. You guys found Harfer. So yeah, you accomplished something while you were looking.
Right.
So, yeah. And look for Mr. Rascal.
But I mean the next day or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And we'll stop there, and we'll start on the 11th day in the Dreamlands. And hopefully Harfer has some information for you, or can help you get it. Even if James, you were talking about getting somebody to do library use rolls for you. Harfer might be able to do that if he is a sage.
Okay, sweet.
You know what I mean? He's a sage, so he knows that shit. So, questions, comments, suggestions? Loren Hutton found him a fucking Mythos tome.
Yeah, that was a good find.
Crazy.
Hells. Did you look at any of them there to see what they are, or did you get a sense yet?
Yeah, he found it. He got a look inside. He saw that he could read it. Okay, he saw what language it was in.
What was that? Bibba dibba dibba?
That's my phone.
His phones always are so creepy.
I don't know.
He basically told you that he found it. He saw it was in Old English, so he can read it.
Okay.
But it also was annotated in Dreamlands language with what it claims are more spells. So
Cool. Exciting.
Is
we should
it?
all look at that together and go equally crazy.
No, maybe. So, so sorry. Sir Giblet says disgusting about the book, I believe, about the sweaty book.
You don't have to have sweaty hands. It'll do it for you.
Questions, comments, suggestions. What did you like? What didn't you like? What worked for you? What didn't work for you? I tried to hit everybody and keep everybody going, but sometimes I got some people more than others, and I apologize for that.
No, that's fine. That's the way the game goes sometimes.
That healing power cost is sounding real expensive now. With 5 plus 2d10.
That's all. No, it'd be 5 plus
1d10.
1d10. 5 plus 1d10.
Oh, okay. Power. Okay.
And
gotcha.
1d10 magic points. It is a lot. And now when you heal yourself or somebody else,
it's a lot.
It's just 1d3 magic points per point back. So just general healing. Oh, I got a bad. Somebody stabbed me. Is different from I've been blinded and deafened. So it's a little more expensive, especially if.
But hey, we can give it a shot. We can try.
I like the fact that Isabella
one of us
wants
can
to
try at some point to heal one of his senses. I will try if
Hazard.
I have the intention of trying at some point.
All right, let me give you one more thing. Everybody make an intelligence check for me.
Got it, Rego.
Oh, damn.
You don't.
32.
Give me this for successes, guys. That's the easiest way. Sometimes I can't hear what you're saying. Except for
yeah,
Fernando.
I got it.
Sean's got a hard.
How did?
I got a hard.
This is luck?
Oh. No, this is intelligence check.
Wait, what is this?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Okay. Success.
Thank you.
32 out of
So pretty much everybody
45.
made it. You realize, Dreamlands magic, there might be spells that could cure this child as well.
Oh.
There's a possibility. You don't know much about magic, but there's a lot of magic, obviously. At least people talk about it a lot. And aside from your dreaming skill, there might be a way magically to heal him if that's something that you want to pursue.
Okay.
I like that you guys are interested in doing that.
I
didn't even think about using the dreaming skill for it though before.
Yeah, once I heard you say that he got damaged that way, so he wasn't always like that. I was trying to PM Isabella, but then I was like, that's backseat gaming, so I just deleted the post.
You were? Oh.
No, you can. You can backseat game. You can, well, not backseat game, but you can like send secret messages. I do it all the time in the D&D game I'm in. I'm always like, do this, ask this question.
I
was
that
just
in my
trying to
Dungeon
help
World
out
game
with
to the players.
And if it doesn't interfere
All
with the game
sorts
at
of
all,
secrets.
yeah, I don't really care. If it doesn't interfere with the game, if you have an idea, you can send it on. Or if you don't want to, then you don't have to, and you can just be like, hey, when you meet up again, write it down for yourself and be like, hey, did you ask him this?
Don't want to step on people's toes.
No, I get that. And Loren,
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't mind, then I can do that.
Just don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do if I don't know? Loren, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I meant with
with Isabella.
With her.
The healing thing.
Loren, I'm sorry you didn't get to do a whole lot because you were busy with research, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And I'm glad you made your roll. And got a nasty, horrible.
Yeah, you got a good book.
Mythos tome that I've never used in the game. I'm gonna have to do some research on it.
It's gonna make me look like.
Probably. All right, so we're gonna wrap up.
I have one too.
And I'm gonna turn off. You have one.
I'm
gonna turn off the recording.
Oh, sorry.
Ghost. That's slightly different. So anybody who's still here, thank you so much for watching. We'll be playing again sometime next month. Next week I've got a Dark Ages game that's not streamed, but I'll start trying to figure out when we're gonna play again. This was a lot of fun. Next time they meet Harfer, probably is my guess, and we'll see where we go from there.
And hopefully Mr. Rascal. I miss him. I want to pet his little furry body.
His little furry body.
So thanks
Scratch
for watching.
his little furry head.
So everybody say bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.